Man, is there anything better than playing the Jets 2 days before Christmas? Is there anything better than potentially beating the Jets 2 days before Christmas? Is there anything better? Yeah, there are plenty of things a lot better than that. But this is still pretty good. Hi, welcome to Monday afternoon at 2 o'clock. We are about to stream a hockey game, and I'm kind of excited to be hanging out with you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. It's Adam Wylde, and it's my last stream before it's all over for 2024. And then I'm actually going on a little mini vacation. I still have my voice, Steve Dangle, as much as he sounded like RFK. I think he has his voice back, but his poor kid, Leo, was vomiting everywhere yesterday. So they're not going to the game today, and I'm bummed for him. But listen, and I have no stats on this. Leaf games that don't start at 7 or 7:30 p.m., even 8, I'll give them because they do well against Central Time. They're bad news. Games that start at 10 p.m., like, the California road trip games that are a Sunday afternoon, games that are a Monday afternoon, usually the Leafs play like crap. So maybe he's missing a doozy. I don't know, but it is the next gen game. It is going to be a lot of fun. You see all the kids on the ice there right now. And how are you? Thank you for ignoring your family to hang out with me today. So excited. So we got the first poll up already. Who's taking it, Leafs or Jets? I want to know how many Leafs fans are in the chat, how many Jets fans are in the chat. And for anybody asking, no, we can't actually play the gameplay because that would be illegal unless we had $1 billion. And I'm not kidding. It's like $1 billion to be able to do that. So anyway, Adam Alfredson says, I picked the wrong team on the vote thing today, by the way. Well, Adam, it's too bad. You're counted now, and you're a fan of that team, whatever it is. And there's actually a person named YouTube. Really? Okay. All right. Craig Vatcher. Wrong, Adam. West Coast, baby. Give me half a dozen games in the prime time for my time zone. You know what? I'll be honest with you. Watching hockey games in Calgary when I lived there was the best. Because at least it'd start at 5 o'clock on a Saturday night. You could watch the second game, or you could go to the bar. And the game was over by 8. Clean. Maybe you want an early bedtime. Good, you can have one. It's great. Oh, I do miss that. JWT, I'm ignoring my family. I'm not ignoring my family. I'm just ignoring work. Well, that's good. Listen, who's getting any work done today anyway? Like, what is there really to do? There's nothing to do. Unless you are plowing snow in Toronto right now because it's snowing like crazy. I don't know if we have any Peterborough peeps in the chat. Anybody from Peterborough? Apparently you guys are getting it or got it real bad from the snow today, or getting it right now. I'm not really sure which it is. Hayden says we're getting hammered in Barrie, and he doesn't mean the drinking kind. He means the snow kind. Now, what Hayden's going to learn, and I'm sure many people have told him, is that it's never not snowing in Barrie. If you live in Barrie, it snows 24/7, 365, including July. By the way, Rachel Bishop and Canadian Girl 83 dropping 20 subs, 10 each. Thank you so much. Woo! It's a great way to start the show. Great way to start the show. Luke B, shout out Adam. Bless you, baby boy. Luke B, I love you, man. I love you. Even though we've probably never met, but I love you, Luke B. Listen, we're going to have some fun today. And I have no idea what kind of game we're in for. None. Jesse was mentioning that because Jesse got really sick, and he was like, I guess he was bedridden yesterday. He is at the game today doing the reports for SDPN. But yeah, he said that Berube had a runny nose. He knows that he probably got sick going to Leaf games. I guess everybody that everybody knows right now is sick with something because it's, Christmas. So obviously. And so Jesse is feeling better and at the game, but felt like crap yesterday. And I'm assuming he probably got it from the Leafs dressing room. I'm assuming. Andrew Laver, enjoying the snow on vacation in Lapland. Wow, that's really cool. How's the Wi-Fi in Lapland? That's really cool. Anybody here from Peterborough, by the way? Snowing in Moore Falls, and I hate it. Snowing in Sudbury as well. Torrential rain. Tyson, where are you from? Drowsy Dan says, Barrie has a dude, where's my car level of snow. It does. It's crazy. Okay, Hayden's got the lines for me, so here we go. Are you ready? For the Leafs, it's going to be Nyes, Tavares, Marner, Robertson, Domi, Nylander, McMahon, Kampf, Pacioretty, Lorentz, Holmberg, and Connor Dewar. Yeah, I'm glad that they put Holmberg back in there. Riley Myers, McCabe, Ekman Larson, Benoit Timmins. It looks like they're going to give Chris Tanev a little bit of a rest because, damn it, the man has eaten more pucks than anyone alive, and we got a game here, right? We got a game to start. 1948 in the first period, by the way, in case we're trying to align streams. I'll clap on the next one. I missed the opening face-off because I was reading like a loser, because losers read, right? All right. They're paying with the Beaver jerseys today too, which is cool. I like that. Half the league has stole the Leafs colors anyway. That's right. I said what I said. Keep stealing our colors. Trey Kempton, gotta love that none of the Yarm 80 plus streams are working. Well, John Roberts, not snowing in England, even though Trump reckons climate change isn't a thing. Well, you guys never get snow like we get snow. And it's weird because you guys are higher up, but there's some sort of like, you're higher up on the thing. Like you should get it, but there's like some sort of ocean current that stops it. Anyway, I'm going to stop myself before I nerd out here. Jesse Blake, we're live with the Connor Hellebuck Fraud Watch. We'll see. Man, Connor Hellebuck's had such a great year. Here comes Nylander in. Doesn't get it going. But I'm excited to see this. Nylander, McMahon, Domi is a fun line. Just play a little defense. Just a little bit. I don't need you to get crazy. Or is it Robertson? Is it Robertson? Did I have that wrong? Yeah, Robertson, Domi, Nylander. Damn. That's good for Nick Robertson. He's on fire. And I'm glad that they're keeping Robertson, Domi together. That was the key. I wonder how having a puck handler like Nylander changes things up, though. Because, Max likes to make a play or two. And Willie's listen, I don't hate it. Willie's a puck hog. And it's the best thing for the Leafs when he's on the ice that he remains a puck hog. But he is. Oh, Domi's going to get a penalty for that. No? Oh, we got lucky there. 17:50 left in the first period. Max Domi just took down a player at the Toronto bench. And it was with his stick, and I'm not sure how he managed it. Icing blown off. It was a weird one. Didn't cross the red line. Some good movement in this game early. Back and forth. Leafs with their fourth line out there right now. Here comes Dewar, Lorentz. Lorentz is a staple, man. For a guy that came to training camp on a PTO, and obviously he turned down like real offers elsewhere. We all know that, and we all know he was always going to be a part of it here. But honestly, he did take a risk by doing that, and he's basically never missed a game. It's awesome. It's a great story. I'm just pulling up the Jets lines here. Give me a sec here. Where is the Jets logo? There it is. All right. So we got Kyle Connor, Mark Scheifele, Gabe Vilardi. Man, killer. Perfetti, Nemestikov, Ehlers, Niederreiter, Lowry. That's Team Canada Lowry. Mason Appleton, Morgan Barron, David Gustafson, and Alex Iafallo. Defense, Morrissey, DeMello, Hayden Fleury, Neil Pionk, and Billy Heinola, and Colin Miller are the lines. Hey, question for you. I just read out the lines like that. Is it just me, or do they not share the lines before the games anymore? That used to be a thing. Like every broadcast, they would have the lines and they'd post the lines right up. I don't think they do that anymore. I guess they think that you're looking them up. But like, what about people that don't know where to look them up? There's plenty of those. Anyway. There is a Hayden in the chat and there is an Adam in the chat. And by the way, Adam Alfredson. And he's not from Ottawa. And he's watching us. I love it. Doug Leafs fan. I'm a postee, so I'm working the Peter Puck story. Well, there you go. Get on it. Oh, did we drop? Hey, Iden Avery Abrigel just dropped 20 memberships. Thank you, Iden. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. You absolutely rule. See, here's what I would do. Instead of showing the national anthem, I would go through the line combinations and why they matter. but I'm one of those guys. I'm an anthem on TV hater. Show me the anthem in the playoffs. That's when you need to show me the anthem because people get fired up for it then. All right, here we go. I I didn't, or Edan. I don't know. It said you butchered my name, but I don't care. Well, please give me the pronunciation because I would love to pronounce your name properly. Okay. So 15-12 left in the first period. We got a face off. Pickleball Pat, are these guys on TSN regular announcers? I'm not familiar with them. Yes, they are. You've got Gord Miller and Mike Johnson is doing between the benches, which I love. I'm glad that they do that. You got to have somebody down at the ice. It's way more fun that way. 15-12. We have a face off. Remember, when I clap, you can align your streams. I'll do a better job of like teeing that up. They kind of cut the camera to it a little bit late there, but I'll try to get our streams aligned so we can be hanging out and watching this together. By the way, I just want to throw out there that Chris Kreider was scratched in the Rangers game, if you guys hadn't already seen that. And they did that right before they traded Jake Trouba, and they've been trying to trade Kreider for a while. And once that roster freeze unfreezes, I'm just saying. Oh, here we go, Tavares. Oh. James Stemler, love the shirt, Adam. I'm a sucker for plaid. I have a giant collection myself. Blue with orange and red accents looks real good on you, my dude. Well, thank you so much. I've had this, I think I've had this shirt for like 6 or 7 years now, but I love it. And you know what's been great? I've put on a little weight in that time. And then I've taken off a little weight, and then I put on a little weight. It's fit me the whole time. It is a forgiving shirt. And we all need some forgiveness in our shirts, don't we? Domi at the blue line. Velarde gets him to turn it over. It's a 1-on-2 for the Jets. Lowry driving in. Hayden Fleury with the shot. At the point again. Um, 13:34 left. Yeah, so I'm going to check the Rangers score. I got to get it going because this is yeah, the Devils are beating them 2-0. Yeah, so this Rangers story, guys, I know the Leafs game is on and I'm sorry, but all I want to do, all I spent the weekend doing was like watching highlights and then going, well, on Monday we'll talk about the oh yeah. And we got our Christmas episodes dropping, but there's no like new SDPs in the same sort of traditional sense. So I was sad about that because there's a lot to talk about. Anyway, this Kreider story is nuts because, listen, this guy has been playoff performer, like magic man for them, scored some huge goals. They gone to the conference finals a couple times, and the Rangers are just like, yeah, like, thanks for putting your body on the line for us. We want you to get the hell out now. It's crazy, man. It's crazy what's going on with the Rangers. And like, it's not even like, what's so amazing, I think, about it is that it's not like it's just the fans reacting. Like sometimes you think, it's just the fans. The fans are overreacting. What the fans know. People around the league are like, what the hell is happening? What's going on here? And I mean, like, listen, they won the President's Trophy last year. A little regression is okay, right? Anyway. Pickleball Pat, thanks, Adam, and Merry Christmas to you and the family and the entire SDPN family and all the other Leaf fans. Well, thank you so much, Pickleball Pat. We're glad that you have joined us. And glad that all the new fans and Gripper Nation have joined us. We're almost up to 500 people watching concurrently right now, which I think is quite impressive, considering this is a Monday afternoon and you should be either at work or with your family, and you're ignoring both, and you're here. And that makes me happy. That makes me happy. Neb says they don't backcheck. This is the Rangers. I'm not surprised about this. Well, to be honest, I mean, listen, they don't backcheck. Is that a situation where you start trading guys and not getting much back. Like, I guess I know Trouba blocked the trade this summer. Capo Caco's trade, Will Borgen, I'm a fan of. So I like that trade. And I like the picks they got back too. But I got to tell you, like the whole thing with dropping Trouba for nothing meant you have now a Trouba-sized hole in the lineup. Whatever you think that's worth, whether that's $8 million or he plays like a $4 million player, doesn't matter. You still need to replace him. And you're doing it mid-season. This is just, bleh, you know? Andrew Beauchesne. Beauchesne? Andrew. Your name is very French and very aristocratic. Any thoughts on Rempe's hit and the 8-game suspension? I thought they nailed it, just like he did. I think it was time. And, the guy's been ejected a bazillion times. Are you a player in the NHL or are you a clown show? And that's like, listen, I know they ask him to go out there and be like a difference maker. The way you can be a difference maker is you don't need to put an elbow in the back of a guy's head when you're already going to crush him from behind. Like you don't need to do that. You can. Oh, nice little shot there by the Leafs. Myers with the shot tipped, I think, by Connor Dewar. This fourth line, when Holmberg, Dewar, and Lorentz are together, they do some good things. Oh, is it in? We better take a look at that. Oh, man. If that goal goes in, Jesse Blake, Connor Hellebuck fraud watch is on big time. It's my favorite thing. Let's pick the best goalie in the league and ask if he's a fraud. Oh, I don't think that. He's got more. Sorry, what are they? Hayden? Rempe has more ejections than points. So getting back to Rempe, listen, the guy can play in the NHL. He's got to become a more valuable piece at something else. You can't just be out like you can be a clown show like that when your team's squarely in first place, which the Rangers were last year. But now they're a team that needs performances from players and they're not getting them. And 8 games, like, dude, that's the Department of Player Safety going, even we won't put up with this shit. You can't do that anymore. Canadian Girl 83, is Nick Robertson playing this afternoon? Yes, he is. He is on the second line with Domi and Nylander, and I think that's pretty cool. Good for him. Good upgrade. It also means they're putting him on the left side, which is interesting. It's an interesting group or interesting line combos today. Obviously, with Tanev out, makes things a little bit tricky for the Leafs because he's just such a monster. But on the forward side of things, until they get that third line center sorted out, they're going to have to continue to shuffle lines around. And I think ideally, and this is just my ideal, they get that third line center in the lineup and get him used to whoever his line mates are going to be before Four Nations. I think that's a trade you make before that tournament. My opinion, but that's what I would do. There's Marner. Nice lead pass to Tavares. Tavares tries to spin. Pionk pushes him off him. Doesn't matter. Marner's there to take a huge slap shot. 11:06 left in the first period. Marner denies. McCabe to the point. Shot. Blocked. Oliver Ekman-Larsson, McCabe out there. They're a good little pair. We like them. Oh, apparently got a stat on my phone. Hey, we're up over 500 people. How about that? That's not a nice stat, Hayden. According to Sportsnet stats, the Sabres have lost more since November 27th than the Bills have lost in the last 3 regular seasons combined. That's 13 total games. I mean, to be fair, the Bills don't play that much, but it just shows you how good the Bills are and how bad the Sabres are. Why am I yawning? What's wrong with me? Woo! Let's wake up. Woo! Oh. Oliver Ekman-Larsson has made 2 good little plays this shift. That first slap shot, admittedly, it hit somebody, but it was nice and low, highly tippable, and then there behind the net. If he's on one again, I would like that very much. Also, a guy that I'm looking forward to have like a bigger night one of these nights is Matthew Nyes. It's entirely possible that nice hit by Fleet Myers there. It's entirely possible that he, like the rest of the team, is just kind of tired. And I don't blame him. Still gotta have some production. Like, and I'm not talking about points. I'm talking about like dominating guys, which he can. Matthew Pompeo, are you excited about a potential February election? Don't. Am I excited? While remaining politically agnostic on this one, I would say that it's probably what a lot of people want, and it's probably the most annoying thing in the whole world. But at least it doesn't take us 2 years to do it. Like it's very House of Commons British system that way. It's like, oh, we're gonna have an election and it'll be done in 6 weeks. Perfect. Done. So the sooner it's over, the better. But that's all I'm gonna do politically. Here comes Dewar. Oh, Dewar with his second great opportunity in the last 6 minutes. The first one was that backhand. Second one, a nice little breakaway. The Leafs have been getting a lot of breakaways. A lot of breakaways. Recently, especially Nylander, who seems to just have a nose for them. But yeah, anyway. Boo Manis, go Jets, LOL. Boo Jets. I could see the Blues trading Shen and Sod if they got younger pieces in return. I think they might, because I think they're here's the deal. I think they're trying to stay competitive. I mean, that's why you go get Cam Fowler. But I would not be shocked if Cam Fowler is not a Blue by the end of the year. Like, did you get Cam Fowler to put him on the Blues to fill in for Nick Leddy? And when Nick Leddy comes back, um, then you can trade Cam Fowler again because his deal's up. Canadian Girl 83, please no politics. We're all friends. Well, that's true. Listen, I'm not going to give you political opinions. They asked me if I was excited about an election. No, because I'm not excited about anything when it comes to politics. That's why I don't talk about them. Woo! Great? Great. Caden Cormier, what's the time? I will get you that. I will get you that. All right, so here's what I need to do. If you're here this afternoon, it's very likely that you're ignoring something or someone. And my question is, who are you ignoring? Who is it? Your family? Is it your in-laws? Is it somebody come to visit that you don't want to be there? Did they bring a smelly, sweaty dog that you're not really a fan of? Or is it work? Are you ignoring work because it's December 23rd and it's 2:26 p.m. and who needs to work? I need to know. I need to know. Jay Money says, my political take is Connor Dewar should be prime minister. Dang. True. Greg L says, I'm ignoring my children. Stefano says, I'm ignoring my dog. CJ says, I'm ignoring that smelly, sweaty dog. Brett says, I'm ignoring work and I'm supposedly in a meeting right now. Oops, look, not really paying attention. I'm not ignoring anything. More American than you says, I'm not ignoring anything. Child down for a nap, girlfriend out at a Christmas light show, and work from home. I win. That's great. Man, when the kids are in the nap stage, like my kid's old enough now that she can like get herself out of bed and starts playing with her toys before I can even get up if she wants to. She's that good. But man, in those years where you basically have to do everything for them, the naps, what a key. What a key. Like, it's so crazy. So important. Reese just gifted a membership. Thank you, Reese. And Robert Betts in the minority here, but Matthews at 100% at playoffs is better than Matthews at 80% during the regular season. Could we put him on LTIR until the playoffs and use his $13 million, or would that be considered tampering because it's the Leafs? So it's not tampering. Nice little shot there. 7:40 left in the first period, by the way. Leading up to this next face-off here, it'll be in the Jet zone. I will do a clap. So that's not tampering. Yes, the Leafs could do that. I think that Matthews wants to play in the Four Nations, and I don't blame him. I wonder if the Leafs are looking at him and Yanni Hakanpää and going, guys, I know you were named to the team, but what are we trying to do here? I do think that question is going to start to be asked if he's not back. If he's not back first week in Jan, like the Jan 6 week, which is really truly the first week in Jan because everybody's back to school and stuff, then people are going to start asking that question. And I think it's a totally fair question. Would I LTIR until the playoffs? I mean, ideally not. The reality is the Leafs get very little cap benefit from LTIR at this point because so many guys have been on it. And Matthews being on it, fine, cool. But that means you literally could not play him. I think if you want to be extreme Vegas about it, screw it, man. Here we go. Robertson with a puck out of the air. I'm actually really impressed with how the Leafs have played through the first period here, by the way. 7:24. I forgot to clap, didn't I? I did. I think if the Leafs are going to do anything, they're going to, if you commit to the bit and you go full Vegas, then Matthews isn't back until April, and you go out and you get 2 centermen. Or you get a centerman and some monster winger in the playoffs, Chris Kreider. You know what I mean? Get some, like, if you're going to do it, don't halfway do it. Like, get out there and actually, all right, we're Mark Stoning Austin Matthews. We're going to spend a bunch of assets. We're going to boost this team, and then Austin can figure it out when he comes back. And he'll have the support system to do so. I'm totally down for that. I just don't know if the Leafs will. I'm not sure that they've got the stomach for that. I know we've had a few other super chats here. Sean Young, did I get to you? Adam, how excited are you for the Chiefs versus Steelers on Christmas Day? Very excited, Sean. Strangely enough, my mother, who is from Pittsburgh and made me a fan, I'm not going to be with her right at that moment because I'm leaving her house because we have to get ready. Long story short, my wife always cooks the turkey for Thanksgiving, so we have to leave my mom's. And then we go to my house for 3-4 hours. Everly plays with her toys. And then we go to her gigantic family Christmas, which is like 40 people. So there are 2 25-pound turkeys that come. And Natalie does one of them. And then her sister Lauren and brother-in-law Dara do the other. So Goofy Goober, Adam, what happened to unclogging the toilet because of Steve? You forgot to talk about it on a Friday's pod. I know. And I can't talk about it now. I need to have Steve there. So Monday, Jan 6. The poop returns. It's going to be good. Trust me. 6:34 left in the first period. Yeah. Do I keep forgetting to clap? Yes, I do. Oliver Ekman-Larsson at the point. I think OEL's having a bit of a game here, folks. And so is this fourth line. Or is that Lorentz? Why do I feel like Lorentz was out there? I guess it was Marner. Hi, I'm Adam. Idiot moron. Just can't read. Can't even read numbers. Look at this. All the world's a stage. Austin Matthews is injury prone. Spent $14 million on him. Good work. You mean they spent $14 million on him after a 69-goal season? I think it's money well spent. He's not injury prone. He's like any human being. When he gets a cross check directly to the middle of his back, owie, man, freaking owie. Who feels good about that? And by the way, I forgot to clap for the thing again. Hayden's like, hey, can you clap, please? For God's sakes. We're going to get a face-off here. Nylander and Robertson are mixed up with Morrissey and a few other Jets. So, Rees 1120 out of the Rangers, Islanders, and Sabres. Which team is most likely to make a trade with the Leafs? I would say very likely the Islanders. Buffalo's too close. Like, they're same division. The Rangers seem interested in... I'm sure if the Leafs called them with a compelling package for Kreider, but like if you're scratching Kreider, you're not making him compelling. So it's pretty clear that they just want to dump his salary, right? If you're scratching a guy like that and you're just like, we hate you, you suck. That doesn't up a man's trade value. They're not going to get much for him if they keep doing that. So a team like the Leafs could get him on a steal if they can afford his, I think it's $5.5-6 million bucks. And I don't know. For me, I would love him on the Leafs because he's just a monster in the playoffs. But my question is, like, he's second on the Rangers in goal scoring, which isn't saying much. He's got 1 goal in his last 9, which is bad. And is he playing injured? That's what I would want to know, because it's decidedly un-Chris Kreider this year. Or is he miserable and he hates it there and screw management? Because that can always be the case too. I don't know. So I say Islanders because of the Lou Lamoriello connection. I also think that Brock Nelson would be a great fit in Toronto, as would JG Pageau in a more limited role. Like, I guess Pageau gives you essentially what David Comp gives you, but Pageau's like close to 60% of the faceoff dot. Imagine it's the playoffs. You got a power play. You're trying to tie it up at the end of the game, and it's like a 6-on-4, and you got Tavares and Pageau to pick from to win a faceoff. It's pretty sweet. Cassie says, drove 5 hours yesterday with lower back pain. Cassie, damn, that would be sore. Oh, Andrew said, Adam, you better clap. Sorry, man, I keep forgetting. Daryl F, is anyone else blacked out on TV? I'm not, because I'm in the Toronto region, but I've heard TSN has had some real problems with their geolocating services. So you're actually, if you're streaming TSN and this game's blacked out and it shouldn't be, you should call either your service provider or let them know through their app. Because like people in Whitby, I think we're gonna have a penalty here. Niederreiter just crashed the net. That couldn't have felt good. Let's start a new conspiracy. Adam can't clap. Hey, Cassie dropping 50 membership. Vic, Adam claps cheeks is what he does. All right. Oh, we went to commercial. There's a clap for commercial. There you go. Stop bugging me. Yeah, I would say that. What was it? The TSN has had an issue with Jets games. They've had an issue specifically with Leafs games. So yeah, I don't know what Maple Leaf region actually constitutes itself to be, but if you can't get any, like, every game should be available to a national audience, shouldn't it? Like, if I should be able to watch whatever game I want. I should be able to pay a fee, watch whatever game I want. Don't you think? Robert Bet, did not Tampa put Kucherov on LTIR until the playoffs, is why I asked. Yes, they did. And then Vegas copied them. And, it was COVID, though, right? Nobody was paying attention to Kucherov at that point because everybody was like, hey, the world sucks right now. What are we going to do about it? So I think that was part of it. Cassie, thank you for dropping all those subs. This is crazy. That's insane. Cassie, did you just drop another 50? Cassie. What is going on, Cassie? No wonder you got back pain. You're carrying these streams. It's heavy, Cassie. Damn, Cassie. Thank you. That is a Merry Christmas. WC1393, TSN's app had issues for Hamilton for Leafs games. It took them a month to fix it for me and refused to refund my subscription. Well, that's not surprising. You're not going to get that back. And listen, I'll tell you why. Gigantic corporation. I hate it. You hate it. Nobody's going to push him to do it. I don't know why Marner's upset about this penalty, by the way. That is always a penalty, Mitch. Always, buddy. Always. Mitch has been real angry with the refs lately. I'm here for it. I like the spice in his game. Don't complain too much, though, because going into the playoffs, these guys are not gonna be on your side here. Hayden just said, please clap for the face-off. No, I don't think I will, Hayden. Now, just for asking that, Hayden, I'm not going to do it the rest of the period. Not going to happen. No, I'm going to do it. Jets have 1 minute, 53 seconds left on the power play. 4:43 on the clock. The refs are talking about something. I can't even tell you what it is. I don't even know. I can't even make a joke because I don't know. Man, these Cassie subscriptions are just flying out here. Everybody, please, if you get a membership, please thank the person that gifted it to you. Okay? There we go. We got a face off. I clapped Hayden. There you go, man. No, you're right. I should do that. Avery says international and not national. We don't get NHL on TV here in Israel. And yes, of all places, LOL, huge Leafs fan from Israel, no Canadian origins. Well, that's amazing. I'm so glad. Apparently, I was messaging with somebody back and forth, and I meant to bring this up on the show, but of course forgot. But it was basically they were telling me that to watch hockey in Czechia, you need to subscribe to some gambling company and make a minimum bet of €1 or €1.26, and then you can watch any game anywhere in the world as long as you make a bet first, which I think is kind of wild. So it costs him. What he was saying is it costs him €1 a game to watch a game, which is a pretty good deal. Josh Boma, Vancouver here, blackout. Yeah, well, it's because it's a regional game. You should be able to watch any game. Canadian Girl 83 gifted one membership. Robert Bet, Bunting found out about complaining. Yes, but Marner has far more respect from the refs around the league than Bunting would have. You have to remember when Bunting was complaining, he was like a second year full-time pro. Like he'd played like 17 games with Phoenix. It didn't count. Oh, wide open net, and that's in. Ah, boy. That's Kyle Connor, because of course it is. Damn. Drowsy Dan, €82 a year beats Sportsnet by a mile. Yes, I think the issue with it is that, like, some people don't want to sign up for a betting thing. So I guess there's multiple ways you can watch, but that was the way he said he did it, which I thought was cool. Yeah, man. Listen, Kyle Connor is an absolute force in nature. And I don't know, man. You can try to contain him, but you give him a power play, that's what happens. Cassie says, "Oh, here we go. Face off. I'm going to clap. Oh, there we go. 3:55 left in the first period. Cassie says, "Did you see the Superman trailer? What are your thoughts?" I don't know what everyone was so upset about. It looked cool, man. Certainly, please keep Zack Snyder away from any of that. Which I'm glad. I like James Gunn. He seems like a pretty good director. Liked all the Guardians. Oh, here we go. Getting a little angry. Domi and who is that? Pionk? Or is it Lowry? I think it's Lowry. Daryl F. Just got the game on TV. Can confirm TSN website itself is not finding the location correctly. So TSN does want you to reach out to them when it's the TV isn't working properly or the website isn't working properly, because they do want to fix the problem. How quickly they'll fix the problem, I don't know, but they do want you to fix. They do want to fix it. You know what else could help? And here's a free plug. NordVPN, one of our clients. Use the promo code Dangle. Tell them Adam sent you. Josh Halliburton. Hey, Adam, do you watch any sports other than hockey? Yes. Big Formula One guy. Watch every race, watch every qualifying. I even try to watch the practices. I do that show with Tim Haraney. It's called Nailing the Apex on this channel. Absolutely love Formula One and love auto racing now. I my dad used to take me to the tracks a lot as a kid. And I have to be honest, I wasn't into it at first when I was a kid. And then you're just kind of exposed to it and you're like, oh, wait, this is awesome. And I love cars now. Yeah, so that would be the other major sport I watch. I watch at the NFL too when I can. It's harder as a dad. And also it's super hard when you are always watching sports and you look at your wife and you go, more sports? And she goes, listen, I love watching sports with you. And she does. But maybe we could watch, I don't know, something with a script. And I'm like, well, then we should watch the NBA. Ha ha. No, it's 3:20 left in the first period. It's one of those things, James Stemler, I subscribe to TSN through Prime Video and haven't had the issues with geolocation, so it must be the native TSN platforms on cable and the TSN website. Well, that's interesting. I'm not surprised by that. My experience with Bell Media's software decisions, having worked there, honestly, they weren't great. I don't love the TSN app. I love the content it provides. I love the people that provide it. Like their talent is amazing, whatever. But their online video player, sucks, and you can't rewatch things. And there's a few things that I would change about the TSN app. Um, Subscribing through Amazon, weirdly enough, seems to be the way because everything seems to work better through the platform. Just does. Josh Halliburton, you should do an F1 stream. I would watch all of them if you did. We did one for Monaco qualifying. Tim, my partner, he can't stream during actual races because he's reporting on them for TSN. So Tim's like a real F1 insider. He's great. So we will do some streams though. Brett Hodgkin. I canceled my cable and just listen to SDPN streams. Do you, Brett? So you see no hockey. Or is it Yar Matey Plus? Yar Matey. I was watching 2:06 left in the first period, by the way. Jets all of a sudden out shooting the Leafs, who were out shooting the Jets at one point. 12-7. I really like the Leafs' first 15 minutes of this period, but that Marner penalty, whether it was deserved or not, and I thought it was, kind of took the wind out of the sails a little bit. It'd be good to see them finish strong, potentially get a couple of scoring chances here. Here's OEL again, who seems to just be having a game. Nyes is in the corner. Dewar pressing. There's Holmberg. See? There's a scoring chance you want. Send the fourth line out there. Those big, bad scoring guys. Dewar, Lorentz, Holmberg. If they combine for 10 goals total this year, I'll be shocked. But they do create a lot of offense. Like, at least offensive zone faceoffs. Avery dropping another 20 memberships. Thank you, Avery. Appreciate that. Okay, here we go. Wow, Lorentz just ran a guy over. 45 seconds to go in the period. James Newman, the Leafs need practice hitting the net with a shot. Yeah, no kidding. Bex Gen X says this is definitely one of the most generous communities ever. Yeah, no kidding. We are real lucky at SDPN, and we know it. And we got, what I'm excited about? I'm excited about the Leafs tying this game up. I'm also excited about the fact that we got some exciting stuff planned for you in the spring, in the winter and the spring. Like after Christmas. I know it's too early to be talking after Christmas right now, but I'm actually kind of really excited to get back to work because there's some really cool stuff on the horizon that I think is going to surprise you. Things we have never done before that you wouldn't think a company of our size would be able to do, but here we are. Dude Guy 777 got a Chinook rolling through Alberta right now. It's real nice. Oh man, I love Chinook. So anybody that doesn't know what that is, it's hot wind, literally like hot breath, flying up the mountains from like Arizona, and it hits Alberta, and like Calgary in a day can go from -15 to like +20 in a day, and it makes people a little bit batty because the wind's crazy. They get headaches. I remember doing mornings there, and when there were Chinook days, we're like, okay, we're gonna get wacky calls this morning because some people love it. I loved it. Some people hate them. They love the weather part, but the wind and the temperature change just throws them off because it's like a 40-degree change sometimes. It's crazy. So anyway, SDPN, coming out with NFTs and dangle coin. You're damn right. You're damn right. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. Hey, Canadian Girl 83, thank you for dropping 5 subscriptions in the chat. We appreciate you. Cassie says, I want 34 and Sid 4N jerseys if they release them. So, Cassie, I have some news for you guys on that. And actually, I have news for everybody, not just Cassie. 4 Nations Cup jerseys. By the time Steve and Jesse and I get back for our full-time episodes in January, they will still not be on sale. This is an exclusive. This is something I meant to get to last week and still have not gotten to. The NHL, for whatever reason, did not get this done on time, or they got it done on their time, which means that the 4 Nations Cup jerseys were not available for people to buy for Christmas, and they are going to be available by like January 15th. That's the earliest you can get them, which seems like a missed opportunity, doesn't it? Especially if they're sick. Chloe says, just joined the stream, so I don't know if I've been asked, but when are we getting a Hot Take of Palooza 3? Chloe, you will be getting one in the next couple of weeks as a part of our SDP Christmas Spectacular. Sexy Jari says, when does SDPN give the Caps credit for being legit? Oh, I think we have. We've been talking very positively about the Caps this year, and I have to be honest with you, man. They're the most annoying team. They're most annoying team for any team to play. Like they are annoying because they fight for everything. It's just a frustrating night when you have to play the Capitals, and that's why they're doing well. SDPN nightly highlight shows coming in 2025. As much as I wish, no, we will not be doing those because it would require, again, billions of dollars. Now, Hayden, what are we throwing to here? Oh, this is great. Okay, so Canucks, JT Miller, Elias Pettersson. They're fighting again, even though Pettersson denied it. We know that JT Miller said, yeah, we don't really like each other. And Quinn Hughes and Talker were like, yeah, they don't really like each other that much, but they got to be professional about it. And here's the thing. It was once JT Miller versus Bo Horvat. And it has been JT Miller versus the media and sometimes the coaches. So my question is there a common denominator here? I think it's unfair to single him out like this. But have a look at this clip and tell me, JT Miller, who is an absolute weapon, who you would want on any playoff team, is this a guy that you go, man, I hope this works? Or is it a guy you go, okay, we're done, trade him? Have a look. Bubbling situation in Vancouver. Vancouver, who have had a pretty good start, I would say. They're fourth in the division, but, it's not like they're out of it. Everybody else has 32 games played. They're the fourth of 4. Mm-hmm. I would have figured that they would be higher than that. The LA Kings have surprised a lot of people this year with how strong they've been. Mm-hmm. But there is, first off, the goal differential is exactly 0, which is hilarious. They've scored as many goals as they've allowed.
Amazing.
They've had good goaltending from Kevin Lankinen. Thatcher Demko is back. You would expect things to be looking a little bit better, but the seeming problem is that JT Miller coming back presents a problem with Elias Pettersson. And Bruce Boudreau was speaking on TSN yesterday and talked about the fact that he was aware of that situation when he became the head coach there. And he said,
so that's quite some time.
And he said the only thing he really said is that it's A, on the coach to figure it out. Mm-hmm. B, he thought it would be smoothed over by the time he got there. And clearly 2 years later, it's still not smoothed over. How long can you have, because back before in the long time ago, it was Bo Horvat versus JT Miller. Right? Remember? Mm-hmm. And they go
and Luke Shen versus JT Miller.
And JT Miller was almost traded to the Pittsburgh Penguins at the deadline. The Penguins just could not make the salary cap work. That almost happened. And then Vancouver keeps him. They trade Horvat the next year. And they went on a great playoff run last year. They could still this year. I'm curious as to how long you can have two guys. I don't know what the issue is between the two of them.
I don't know either.
I don't know that that's ever been reported, but they seem to just be like oil and water. How much longer can your two better players deal with that? And who's, at a certain point, it becomes, other than Quinn Hughes, whose team is this?
Adam Wylde asking the right questions. Ooh, because it's on the coach. It's on your captain too.
Mm-hmm.
That's a young captain.
Mm-hmm.
That's a tricky one. Like, I remember being in St. Louis just prior to COVID. I was at the All-Star game. And it was funny seeing the difference between sophomore Elias Pettersson and rookie Quinn Hughes, because they were both there.
Mm-hmm.
Rookie Quinn Hughes was asked, I think it was like, who's the strangest guy on the team or something like that. It was like one of those questions, giving you an opportunity to make fun of one of your teammates. And Quinn Hughes goes, I don't know. They're all a bunch of good guys. He's a bashful little kid. Elias Pettersson walks in the room. I go, who's your strangest teammate? He goes, Quinn Hughes. Like, it's weird to me that Quinn Hughes is younger than both those guys.
Yep.
Right? They were magic when they were united on the penalty kill.
Mm-hmm.
Like when they were first united on the penalty kill, it was like having a power play. It was insane. And I guess what I would suggest to Rick Tocchet is next time they play, you put them in a quadruple XL jersey and you call them Get Along Of or something. And it's their get along jersey. If you're going to, like, what are you going to do? Win a JT Miller trade? What are you going to do? Win an Elias Pettersson trade?
You're not.
All right. So you got, like, I'm forcing them to have Christmas together. I'm forcing them to, like, I don't know, they play on the same line. I make it so that they do not play NHL minutes unless it's with each other. What do you do? What do you do? You're not. I don't understand how, whatever they have between them, I don't understand how they don't see the opportunity in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
Whether it's Elias, whether it's JT, your opportunity to win a Stanley Cup is with each other. You could have done it last year.
Yep.
You really could have done it last year. If I keep saying, if Brock Besser played Game 7 against the Oilers.
Yeah, yep, 100%. That series, people forget how close that series was.
As unstoppable as the Oilers looked at times, boy, that was winnable. That was winnable. And like the worst, he was so friggin' hot, and it was brutal for them. Your opportunity for success in this league is with each other. You got to figure it out.
Elias Pettersson had 89 points last year. JT Miller had 103. This year, in 32, Pettersson's got 26. JT Miller in 22, because he's missed, obviously, about 10, 15 games. He's got 19 points. So both of them are trailing their point per game totals last year.
Still good players.
Still good players. Still kind of have to make it work, right? You can't, like, if you're going to make a move like that, if you do decide to make that move, it has to be off-season, right? And you have to be confident of signing somebody else or doing a one-for-one with another really expensive, high-priced player.
You know who used to be a Ranger? JT Miller.
Well, what are you getting back,
Let's
though?
cook with gas.
New York's got enough to send back the other way. It's an interesting proposal to send out JT Miller, because it appears like he's been a large common denominator in the interactions that have been very testy in that locker room. Like, the locker room wasn't great under Jim Benning. It seems like people got away with whatever they wanted to do. And then we have JT Miller screaming at Luke Schenn on the ice in the middle of a game, just casually. Then
Connor Garland getting in between them, which for some reason always makes me laugh.
Then we have like rumors of something going on with him and Horvat, and then Horvat's obviously traded. And then we have earlier this season during a practice, I was looking at some of this JT Miller stuff coming out, and I was reminded that this happened. Like, him and Pettersson got into a little bit of a shoving match, and he cross-checked him during practice. And then he takes his leave of absence. I don't know what the reason for that leave of absence is. And then he comes back, and then we get all these rumors. So I'm not putting blame on any situation here, but on anyone in this situation. But it definitely seems like JT Miller he runs hot. Whether it's because he wants to win really badly, and because that's his way of motivating the guys, or if that's just how he is day to day. I don't know. I don't know the man. But they need to fix whatever's going on here, because these things are good for a locker room when you're winning. If that's working the way he's trying to motivate people, then awesome. Cross check everybody at practice if it leads to a win. But right now, You're getting a poor performance against Vegas, who you're looking at as this is our competition, who we need to get through if we want to do anything in the Western Conference here in the playoffs. And you're getting poor performances there. And like Petey's getting taken off PP1, and they can't even be on the same ice together.
Like that's not okay.
Well,
It's
and
crazy
how long
stuff.
can that last, though, right?
It's
Jack?
crazy
Like,
stuff.
So
like here, Elliot Friedman made a very interesting point about when JT Miller came back. It's amazing how quickly the narrative's changed because when he came back, it was like, oh, isn't that great? It's so good that he's back. And now we're right back to, there's problems.
well,
on the
it's
team.
not like they
But-
would go away.
But the point Elliot made is JT is like you have like a team's spiritual leader. You have a team's like, on ice leader. They're the best hockey player or whatever. And then you have like an emotional leader and he's their emotional leader. And I can't imagine it's good for your team when the dude who gets your team the most pumped up hates probably your best player. Well, okay, Quinn Hughes is alive. Best forward, the guy who has the potential to be your best forward, in Elias Pettersson. You know what I mean? It can't happen.
This feels like a
opportunity
Winnipeg-
in front of them is to win together.
This feels like a Winnipeg Scheifele-Wheeler situation, except that Scheifele and Wheeler liked each other. Just nobody liked them. and that this is so it's interesting, right? Like I do think
And where did Wheeler go?
New York.
New York.
Yeah.
How does James Dolan not look at JT Miller and go, "Hey, that's me on skates.
Well,
You're kind of out there. All right, let's party."
here are the common denominator. Obviously, it was Horvat versus Miller, and then it was playing defense versus Miller, and then it was the Vancouver media versus Miller, and now it's Pettersson versus Miller, and this has been going on for 2 years. Some people are just prickly. And just like coaches, some players wear out their welcome. And I wonder if JT Miller and the Vancouver Canucks are both coming to the same conclusion of, I don't know how this ends, but it kind of needs to. And I don't know how much longer. Maybe they can put it aside for the playoffs and deal with it in the summer.
Yeah.
But they better start performing and showing that they can. Otherwise, what's Jim Rutherford going to do?
It becomes here we go again very quickly.
Yeah. And they're too good to be not playing that
They're
well.
both unbelievable players.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
What did you have on the screen there, Jesse?
Nothing.
Oh, I wanted.
I had Oliver Wahlstrom waiver claims.
Oh, never mind. I don't have my glasses on. I thought you had a Canucks tweet.
No. Oliver was just looking at when
Maybe they should get him.
when Boston took Wahlstrom and he played that game.
So you're suggesting
was it last night against
The
Edmonton?
Canucks do Miller for Wallstrom?
Yes, I think
Got it.
1-for-1 Wahlstrom to the Bruins, or Wahlstrom from the Bruins to the Canucks, and they make a little move there.
I think there are dumber phone calls you can make than Vancouver to New York and New York to Vancouver.
You honestly might be onto something.
I think you are.
TJ Zbad hooking up with his Team Sweden teammate. There we go.
I think JT Miller might be what they need in New York.
You know, the great thing about best on best tournaments, like I again, there was another Christmas episode that's not up yet, but I talked about the value of playing with exclusively the best players in the world. That's going to bring to teams. You know what else? All these guys are going to play together, and I wonder if it adds an extra push to, hey, this guy's great.
Yeah.
This guy's, and not just he's great, he makes me better. This guy's magic.
Right.
What if, like, Zibanejad, I assume, is on Team Sweden,
Yes. Of course.
and Pettersson, I assume, is on Team Sweden.
Yes.
What if there's magic there? What if, I'm trying to think, are there American players on the Rangers? Isn't Trocheck? Trocheck and Kreider.
Yeah. There are.
I don't know. Might be something there.
I'm trying to go through the Rolodex in my mind of the last couple trades where it was not trading for hockey reasons, but trading just because this guy can't be here reasons. Evander Kane, obviously.
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest one.
More
Corey
than once.
Perry with the contract termination is just you
Yeah.
couldn't be here because of everything that involved with the Corey
That's
Perry
so-
situation. But that's a little different.
Yeah. Oh, it's a lot different. Yeah.
It's you can't be here, so we can't have you on the team for not because we don't think you could have been useful on the ice. I think there's parallels there.
Kane in Winnipeg's a good one.
Yeah, no, Kane
yeah.
for sure. And I don't even know, like Kane in San Jose too, like when they terminate his contract. But that's also like the Corey Perry situation. Nazem Kadri in Toronto was definitely, we want Kadri, but you are detrimental to this organization because you keep getting suspended.
Yeah.
And there was off-ice issues where he got yelled at by Lou Lamoriello as well, privately.
Yeah. Early career Nazem Kadri was a problem.
And I think that accumulated to a point where it was, you can't be here anymore and we need to move you. Even though like Kadri would have been great for the Leafs if he could have solved all that stuff. So
won a cup.
It's not very common, I guess, in the NHL, but
rare.
the JT Miller situation might come to a head where it's just like, we don't need your personality here anymore. We got to move you. I don't know if you got any in your mind, Steve. You're better at this stuff.
Does he own a tracksuit?
Miller?
Because I have a way to solve this real fast.
Can you think of any?
Maybe he's the first guy to yell back at James Dolan when he gets to New York.
Yeah, and James would be like, captain.
I respect that.
I respect that.
There's probably been a couple too that we just don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, 100%.
Probably not even a couple, like a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go. We're back. Jesse Blake in the chat saying, don't forget to like that video and subscribe if you really like it and tell all your friends. But also he said, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed. So this is really important, guys. You need to do that. Now, apparently Jesse sent Hayden an image that I am supposed to be surprised by. Oh my goodness. Is that Daryl Sittler? Oh, that's cool. Now, what did he say about the image there, Hayden? I love Daryl Sittler. I don't know why did you wait? Am I missing something? What am I missing, Jesse? What am I missing? Did I say so? I love Daryl Sittler. What is it? Also, Daryl Sittler, a very nice man. I once met him at dinner. He came up to my mom, and he was with his wife, and they introduced themselves. And then they were just, and I didn't say anything. And then they were just sitting over. And this was not at a Leaf game, actually. This was a Stevie Nicks concert, I believe. And anyway, long story short, I was too afraid to go up to say hi to Daryl. My mom's like, you should do it. I'm like, he's having dinner. I can't. She said, just go do it. Say hi. He said hi to me. I was like, no, I can't. I couldn't. I did the same thing with Doug Gilmour, too. He came in Rogers once, and I was like, hi, Doug Gilmour. I got to interview him on BT later, though, which was sweet. Cassie dropping another 50 to kick off the second period. What is this? Cassie Bezos? Sorry, I won't call you that. I'm sorry. Cassie Grinch after his heart grew 3 times. Cassie said, I said this chat is going to be green. Damn, Cassie. Also, I love Leafs troops, and I love that Jesse sent the Daryl Sittler picture in. I love Daryl Sittler. I thought there was an inside joke that I might be missing, and it would be very like me to forget that. 1912 left in the second period. 1912, the year the Titanic sank. Oh, Matthew says Merry Casmus. Yo, true. Merry Casmus. I like that. Thank you, Cassie. We love you. Oh, what a save. Marner with a nice little shot on Hellebuck. Mark Andre, Adam, stop hating on the Ducks. Man, I'm not hating on the Ducks. Are the Ducks good? I mean, they haven't been depressing this year. They were the last 2, though. The Dallas Eakins Ducks were depressing. That was bad. Adam, you missed out on the Hell Yeah Dudes Rock chat we had. We were naming 2000s NHL players. Oh, I'm sorry I missed out on that. Needed to go to the bathroom, though. I said it. I had to use the... Oh, boy. Mitch Marner just gave away the puck. Oh, there's Mark Scheifele. Oh, there's Kyle Connor into the back of the net. Listen, I'm going to throw this at you.
That wasn't great. That's not a great start to the period. I want to see the replay, but it feels like so McCabe back to Marner. Oh, and it was just a good block by Scheifele. I don't know. Like, hey, good players make good plays. What am I going to say? Oh, that's just a beautiful pass and a great backhand by Connor. Boo and hiss. Yeah, that sucks. Okay, well, fine. The Leafs have to score 2 goals to tie it up now. Fine then. Lisa says there's still time to turn it around, though, guys. Well, yeah, for sure. Lisa nailed that one. Absolutely. Oh, Domi's going. I follow near center ice. I think there's a bit of a height difference here, but not an intensity difference. Domi with the takedown. There was a few knuckles tossed there, but nothing crazy. But sometimes you just gotta get the people going, and I think Max did that. Good for you, Max. So Domi and Iafallo, and he's just goading Iafallo into this, and Iafallo's like, "Yeah, sure, I'll take you." I don't know why Iafallo takes the fight, though, to be honest with you. Like, think about it. You're up 2-0. You've just had a devastating goal in the first minute of the second period. And you're like, I'm going to take this fight with a guy named Domi. Domi, yeah, for sure Domi gets the extra 2 minutes. I get it. Adam, would you say that Lalonde is a bottom 3 NHL coach right now? When does he get canned? Please stop. Help the bleeding. We've suffered a lot this year. I don't know if Derek Lalonde is a bad coach or if he's just handed a really bad team. I mean, like, let's say Joel Quenneville steps in there. Or John Cooper steps in there. I say Joel Quenneville because somebody's going to press the Joel Quenneville button one of these days. John Cooper steps in there, or Rod Brennamore steps in there. Do they play better? Probably. Do they need a lot of changes again? Probably. Like, I don't know. I've never been blown away with what the Red Wings have in terms of outside of Larkin, Sider, and Raymond. I'm like, this isn't like a scary team. And I'm not really sure what they're supposed to be. What's their identity? Like, when you look at the Detroit Red Wings, you're like, what are you, man? What are you? But Hayden, what's Iafallo's height and weight? He has it for you. Okay. Oh, okay. So Iafallo and Domi really just a couple inches different in height. Not too crazy. Maybe about 10 pounds different too. Cassie, what do you call a cow that doesn't produce milk? I think it's an utter failure, Cassie. Because somebody was watching the other stream. I saw what you did there. I think that Yzerman doesn't get enough mainstream criticism. He built Tampa, but this isn't Tampa. It's totally different and just bad overall. I'm milk dead. That's funny, Cassie. I like that. Tyson Barnett. Hear me out here. Could a Kreider for JT Miller trade work for everyone involved? You'd need to add a lot more if you're the New York Rangers. And who would be your center? Oh, there you go. Marner. Break it away on the power play. And he gets it broken up. Stick lifted by Neil Pionk. Good play. Got to give credit. What's the score in the Devils Rangers game, Hayden? 4-0. Oh my God. Oh no, I think the Leafs just took another penalty. Unless it went off a stick. So, that was a great block by Kampf too. Underrated. Yeah, no, Pionk did the right thing there. He got the stick lift. I know it was on the glove, but it's still a stick lift. Yeah, no, that's a stick lift. Listen, if you're the Rangers and your big coaching move is scratch Chris Kreider, and then you get pumped 4-0 by the Devils, who are a divisional rival, who you were supposed to be fighting for the top of the division. The only message you've sent is Chris Kreider should be in the lineup. And I keep asking the question. People keep saying he's safe, but I keep asking about Peter Laviolette, man. I keep asking about that guy. Nothing against him personally, but I don't feel like this is the coach for this team. Oh my God. Hayden just said the Rangers have 11 shots with 10 minutes left in the game. Okay, so you've taken a President's Trophy team who had a really, people forget the Rangers were like 12-4 to start the year. They had a great start. They went on a skid, and then you just said, you know what? F all you guys. Like, Peter Laviolette or not, this is squarely on Chris Drury. Like, this is him. You sent the memo around. You wanted Kreider and Trouba gone. You told every team in the league. You've torpedoed both of their values. What are they doing? And then you're like, oh no, let's scratch them. That'll send a message. The message is they don't want to play for you, man. That's the message. The message is they don't like you. And how could you not like playing for the Rangers? Well, they have chaotic management. They have a chaotic owner, and that works its way on down. Oh man, nice little high stick there. Yeah, I think he's going to the box. Morgan Riley just got walloped in the face. Oh, it's a double minor too because he's bleeding. Oh, sorry, Mason Appleton. Let's go make something happen here, Leafs. Why don't you score a goal in the first 2 minutes and then a goal in the second 2 minutes and then make it happen? If Toronto can't get an ideal 3C, what should they focus on instead? Improving right D, force Timmins out, a winger. Defense is not what I'd be aiming for. Defense is really expensive around the trade deadline. I think their defense is fine. If I was the Leafs and I couldn't get a third line center, I should be fired. That's the real answer. If you can't get a deal like that done, what are they doing? Why are they researching this? Are they trying to figure out if this is actually what's happening here? Why are they looking at this? Are they just trying to see if he actually got hit in the face? Yeah, no, he got hit in the face. That is a high stick. But yeah, WC1393, just to answer your question, it is a confirmed 4-minute power play. 14:44 left in the second. And yes, I will clap before this face-off. Now, here's what I'm going to say to you. If the Leafs can't somehow get a third-line center, then you need left winger depth. You need a scoring left winger unless Robertson gets it going. And that's why I want Robertson to get it going so they don't have to go out and do that. You need a big physical left winger. That's what I would say. Because you don't need it. You got Marner, Riley, Pacioretty. Pacioretty can play both sides. He's big and physical. I think Robertson's a little, stature is small. Still, you want him to score. If you could get a young Max Pacioretty who's like big boy, scores 30, that would be ideal on the wing. Robert Bett, best time of my life, 10 years old in the building when Daryl had his historic night. Worst time of my life, realizing I saved nothing from the game but memories. Robert, you don't need to have anything in the game. You were there, dude. The memories are the only thing that's worth it. Josh Boma, enter Brock Nelson. Exactly. You need Brock Nelson. I think the Leafs, I love a Brock Nelson pickup. I love a Ryan O'Reilly pickup. And I know people are still salty about him not wanting to be here, but the reality was it was a calculation. Can I make more money in Tennessee? Yes. Okay, then cool. That's where I'm going. Nylander through the blue line. Leafs looking to get set up here. A little bit off. There's Nyes in front of the net. Tavares is out there. Riley. Nylander to Marner. Oh, what a play! Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Great play to Tavares. Nylander with a great pass over to Marner. I don't even think that was Marner's ideal pass. I think he just sort of whiffed on it, and it went in to Tavares anyway. Nice goal. Tic-tac-toe, a very slow one. That is Tavares' 200th goal as a Leaf. Uh, uh, Tavares. Okay, so this is a big one. So I'm going to read this to you because Hayden just pointed it out. It's on the stat sheet. Tavares scoring tonight is a big deal. He will be the 5th player now that he has scored, with 200 plus goals with multiple franchises. The other names: Gretzky, Lanny McDonald, Mark Messier, Keith Tkachuk. Pretty cool. That's a pretty damn good list, John Tavares. Anybody that says that contract wasn't worth it, shut up. You're wrong. You're wrong, and you've been wrong always. Continue to be wrong. Gifted 5 STPN memberships. That's our good friend Canadian Girl 83. Jacob Hope, welcome to STP VIP. I hope you enjoy, sir. Leafs still have 1:30 left on the power play because it was a double minor. I wonder if they're going to give the other power play unit a chance, or if they'll just keep the big guys out there and run them out. Nylander with a nice little drop pass. Nyes on the half boards. Turns around. Nylander on the half boards now. Nyes moving towards the back of the net. Tavares in front of the net. You want to get 2 guys in front. You're not useful in front, behind the net. Oh, nice little play by Marner. Tipped and just a little bit wide. Winnipeg's going to clear here. I wonder if the Leafs decide to make a change here. 51 seconds to go. Already been a fruitful power play. Nylander is going to stay out there for the second unit. Connor Timmins. Is that Connor Timmins? I can't even tell because the screen is too blurry. There it is. Nylander along the half boards again, of course. Always has the puck. It's like his Twitter bio. Give me the puck. 30 seconds to go on the power play. OEL. Nylander gonna shoot. Puck is blocked. Goes back to the corner. Nylander retrieves. He's looking for something perfect, but we got to move the puck. We got to move the puck. Oh, Robertson bungles it. Oh, OEL keeps it in, but the Leafs cannot gain possession. 9 seconds to go on the power play. And Jacob Hope dropping 50 SDPN memberships. Jacob, thank you. Oh my God. Absolute beauty. Really appreciate it, man. That's crazy. Thank you, dude. Thank you. Hey, by the way, 605 people watching. Can we get a few more likes in on the video? Can we do a little like spike? Can we go wham? Like spike. All right, everybody, get ready to like. I'm a YouTuber. I guess I am a YouTuber. It's kind of crazy how that just happened. I used to have a professional job, and it was called radio DJ. And now I can tell my in-laws I've upgraded. I'm now a YouTuber. I'm an influencer. Oh, I hate that term. I hate that term so much. Hate it. Okay, so 11:52 left in the second period. I like where the Leafs are. I think I didn't hate their first period. I thought they were good until the last 5 minutes. I would say that they were not great there. And credit to the Jets, very good hockey team, obviously. But I want to see a little more of the goal scoring stuff. Wouldn't that be great? 5-0 Devils. Ooh, baby. Boy, the Rangers sure sending the message that Chris Kreider is super valuable. Maybe this, you know what? Maybe this was their plan all along. Keep him out of the lineup, right? Prove his trade value. Prove how valuable he is. All right, 11:02 left in the second period. I'm trying to position the mic properly so that way I don't clip it. Clip that red line. We don't like that. Oh, there is a hand pass down the ice. Pierre-Luc Dubois. Rangers are sucking. Yes. Boo. Boo to the Rangers. At least their management. You imagine. I don't know if this game was in New York or New Jersey, but imagine paying Rangers prices and going and watching the Devils come in and just pump you like that. Like, that would make me so angry. But again, you got to ask yourself, whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? Well, it's pretty obvious whose fault it is. How many shots do the Rangers have now, Hayden? Well, they got 12 shots. Okay, that's good. Is that where it's going to stay, or there's some time left in the game? Oh, man. That's just hang on. I got to tell you, usually in these situations, specifically what the Rangers are going through right now, the most boring outcome is the most likeliest, right? That's why it's the most boring. Because we all know, oh yeah, it's likely that this just gets resolved and goes away, right? But like that doesn't feel like that's what's going to happen here. The most boring thing would be all of this, they go to Christmas break, they start winning games again, and they stop trying to trade everybody and shoot themselves in the foot. That would be ideal, right? Then they're in it come trade deadline, they make a big trade, and everybody's like, hey, look at those Rangers again, right? That's the easy one. But it just doesn't feel like that's what they're going to do. I don't know. I'm just looking up. I'm trying to figure this out. Like, what is the plan? What's the ultimate plan? So you're general manager and you are scratching a guy. And I'm just looking up Chris Kreider's stats. That's what I'm typing here. Chris Kreider. So this is a guy who you've gone to the conference finals with twice, it looks like. 3 times, maybe. So this is a guy who's played more than 10 games in a single playoff season for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. He's played 123 games for them in the playoffs. He has 48 goals. That's insane. It's a guy that had, in last year's playoff run, 8 goals. 2 years ago in 21-22 when they went deep, he had 10 goals in 20 games. He's a career Ranger, loves being a Ranger. And they just want to sewer him. I don't get it. What's the point? And it's funny, when Steve came out with his report, the Rangers, through their sources, tried to say, well, no, that didn't happen. And then Emily Kaplan of ESPN reported it as well. And then all of a sudden everybody's like, well, Emily's reporting it, so there's not really much we can say to that. Because Emily's pretty bulletproof as a journalist. And it's like, why are you even trying to deny this? Of course, the players had they call it a closed door meeting. I don't know why they do that. I've never been to a meeting with open doors, but anyway, a players only. Like, stop trying to pretend that didn't happen. And stop trying to pretend that the Rangers players are like, yeah, Chris Drury's my guy. I'm sure some of them support Drury. I would suspect the guy that just signed the $100 million contract might be one of them. But like, dude, you sent out a memo for 2 of the most popular players on the team to 31 other teams and said, please, God, get rid of these people. Oh, Tavares with a great move. Just has his shot blocked at the last minute. 8:59 left in the second period. Loving where the Leafs are at with this. Need a little bit more from that third line. Not seeing a lot from them tonight. Jacob Hope just dropped another 50. Did he really? No. Oh my God, Jacob. What's going on here, guys? This is wild. This is crazy. Thank you. First off, thank you. I appreciate you. But I so appreciate that you guys are giving people an opportunity to have a membership here, and just know that we always appreciate you. That's crazy, man. That is so crazy. Thank you. Chantel Zeller. That's so many subs. It's true. Dakota Perrin. Sens could definitely use Kreider, right? Man, anybody could use Chris Kreider. I would love to see Chris Kreider play hockey for the Leafs. Are you kidding me? If you have a hockey team that you're a fan of and their name is not the Rangers, Chris Kreider's a guy you want. You going to the playoffs? Chris Kreider. If I was being a total jerk, though, and I had extra cap space, let's say I was like Mike Greer or Pat Verbeek or even Kyle Davidson in Chicago, I would go trade for Chris Kreider, put him on my top line, get him right, get him all the power play ice time I could get him for the next 2 months, and then I would put him on the put him out there and get even more back for him. Like, I bet you the Rangers would trade him for like next to nothing, the way they did Trouba. If they're scratching this guy, like what are we talking about here? I bet if you're a smart enough team that's not that good, go get Chris Kreider and say, listen, Chris, we're trading you to a contender as soon as as soon as the trade deadline happens. It's gonna happen. We promise, and we'll retain on the salary. You could get a guy like Chris Kreider at the deadline. It's a first round pick. You get him to 20 goals in the next 2 months, which he already has 10. You're laughing. He only needs to be hot. They're not going to look at his entire season. They're going to be like, well, the first 20, 30 games were with the Rangers and they suck, so that doesn't really count. They're going to look at, what have you done for me lately? Look at this genius idea. I hope one of the teams at the bottom of the standings do it. Being able to swap Nyes and Kreider with Austin and Tavares' lines, depending upon the game, would be incredible for the Leafs in the playoffs. I completely agree. They need a center more, but dude, if you're going to LTIR Matthews, and you're really going to LTIR him, play the LTIR game. Go get Kreider. Go get somebody else. Canadian Girl 83 dropping 5 in the chat as well. Memberships, that is. Thank you for that. And by the way, Justin Fisher has promised everybody he's going to give 10 if Nylander scores. I don't know who I think is going to score. I know I saw somebody in the chat say they're manifesting a comp goal. I'm assuming, Tyson, that you have money on that. I'm going to assume. Brian says hello. Hi, Brian. I love when people just jump on the chat and they're like, hey, what's up? Canadian Girl 83, all I want for the holidays is another Robertson goal. Damn straight. Me too. There's nothing like a celebration when that guy scores a goal. Him and Domi, so much fun to watch. They're they are thirsty for goals, and they're finally getting some water. Beautiful. Justin says he'll do 10 for Nylander or Nyes. He said, let's be real. Those are my boys. Cassie, do I need to get out the summoning circle? Cassie, might be a good time to break out the summoning circle. Might be a good time to just, break it out. Get Robertson that goal. We need a comp goal. Hey, that would be sweet. Leafs beat Winnipeg Jets 3-2 with goals from Robertson and Kampf. Jacob dropping another 50 subs. Jake, what the heck is happening here? Dude, thank you. There's a game going on, and I can't even focus on it. Come on, Jacob. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you so much. That is wild. Jacob and Cassie and Canadian Girl and everybody else who's dropped subs today, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. Neb says, what happens first, Yanni getting a membership or comp scoring? I hope Yanni's still here. I hope he didn't leave. And also, I got to change the filters around here. I'm always allergic to something in this building. 6:44 left in the second period, kids. We have 360 new members so far, and we're not even done the second period. That is just bonkers. Jacob, Cassie, Canadian Girl, there's a whole bunch of you guys that have just been dropping them in there. 360 of them. That is just wild. Tyson Barnett, where's Yanni Hakanpää? I think the knee is still bugging him. They have not said a word about it. So is the goal for the chat to just be completely green? Is that what it is? Because that'd be cool. For some reason, my YouTube won't let me accept GIFs from Freak811. I don't know how that works. There is sort of there is a setting you can do. All right, Cassie has broken out the goal summoning circle. Everybody get in. We're all in the summoning circle. Robertson, Kampf. Put it out there. Kampf's on the ice right now. He's in the offensive zone. Come on. I think he actually tipped that shot. Kampf, Lorenz, Dewar. I love this line. I really like Ryan Reeves when he plays too. I do. But I do think that this line, if you need to play against a really top flight team, and need some good defense out there, those guys are great. And you know what's awesome about them is their defense is so good. Most of the time, they're on offense. All right, summoning circle, everyone. Candles in the chat. Candles in the chat. Candles or stars in the chat. Whatever you want. Or even moons. Oh, here we go. Oh, Philippe Myers looked like he was going to get his first goal of the season there. Summoning circle almost worked. Give me some prayers. Give me some candles. Give me some sparkly stars. Summoning circle. Summoning circle. Okay, I love all the candles in the chat. Summoning circle. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. Let's get it going for David Kampf and Nick Robertson. Those are the people that we're putting out there. Why Kampf and Robertson? Well, we have Canadian Girl 83 really wants a Robertson goal. And Kampf, I think was it Tyler or Tyson? Somebody asked about Kampf. So, Canadian Girl, I think we can get Adam to a new record for gifts today. Guys, that is extremely kind of you, especially around the holiday season. Very kind. But more importantly, just know that I love you. That's really what I want you to know. Okay, here we go. More candles. Is there like a noise I can make? By the way, 667 people, as in 1967, are watching right now. All the world's a stage. I'm not a witch, Adam. You know what? Just try, all right? We're putting this out there. This is positive energy. You ever read the book, The Secret? What you envision, you can create. That's what we're doing. Canadian Girl 83 dropping 10 more memberships in here. Thank you, Canadian Girl 83. Dakota Perrin. Markstrom has had back-to-back 12 save shutouts. Man, the Devils, watch the F out. Imagine the Leafs finally break through. They get past the Panthers in the second round. And then they got to play Sheldon Keefe and the New Jersey Devils in the third round. Then we'd have to break the summoning circle out. Big time. Big time. R. Huska, you don't have to be a witch to summon. No, you don't. You're this is good vibes. Guys, if you got to read The Secret. I'm telling you. It's silly. Avery dropping 20 subs. What is going on? This is crazy, guys. This is crazy. We got to put the positive vibes out there. You got to think it. You got to envision it to create it. Steve Robinson, big dreams, LOL. Well, because David Kampf, how many goals does David Kampf have? David Kampf. How many goals does David Kampf have this year? He has 0 goals. David Kampf, my boy's got 0 goals. Yeah, David Kampf could use a goal. I think the most Kampf ever had was 11. His first season in Toronto, coming off a 1-goal campaign with the Blackhawks the year before. Each year he's good for 11, 7, and 8. Okay. I feel like we can get there, don't you? Also, his ice time is way down this year. Used to be about 15 minutes a night. Now it's 12. That's probably part of it too. Sorry, my nose is like going berserk right now. I got to blow my nose. Can I sneak off the chat and just do that? Okay, I'm going to let you guys handle this. Chat is yours. Stream is yours. I got to blow my nose. I got to do it. I'll be right back. It's the holidays. What are we going to do? I'll be right back. Coming in. Woo! Holy moly. Do you guys hear that? You hear that nose blow? Were more subs dropped, or are people just learning? They're just still getting them. Woo! Could you hear that? Sounds like a trumpet, right? I have the loudest nose blow ever. I don't know how. Oh, thank you, Hayden, for putting up the Bobby McMahon laser eyes. I appreciate it. 3:52 left in this second period. Woo! I needed that. Need a good honk, you know? I kept touching my nose like it was like, no, stop. Jacob, did you actually just drop another 50 while I was blowing my nose? Codester, 44 psi behind that. Yeah, no, I don't do wimpy nose blows. I'm there for business and business alone. Leaves with a little bit of offensive zone pressure here. Matthew Nyes, this is a guy I need to have a big game here. Was that an elephant or a cobra chicken? That is how I blow my nose. My in-laws, like, they're like, do you need to blow it that loud? And I don't blame them. It's loud. But listen, you love the man. You got to love the way the man blows his nose too. Right? Oh, here we go. 250 left in the second. Sorry. Really, really good energy from the Leafs here. They have limited the Winnipeg Jets to just 4 shots this period, which is pretty spectacular defense. Great goal on the power play with Nylander and Marner hooking up to get the puck into Tavares, who scores where he scores goals from, right in front of the net. This is exactly the kind of game you want. Adam, I haven't tuned into your streams, but I have to ask, is this a home setup or is SDPN? This is SDPN studio. I don't have enough room at home right now to do it. So I'm doing it here. And also I like being in this building. I figured we put all this money and time and effort into putting these studios together. We might as well use them. At some point, I'll go back to streaming at home, maybe in a couple of years. But I don't have good memories here. Like starting the streams last year with the playoffs and going all 3 rounds. The first round with Vancouver and then Vancouver-Edmonton and then Edmonton. It was like, those were really fun. And it's late night and it's like, I don't know. There's something about those playoff streams that are so special. People want to see the mural behind the thing. Yes. Do you have the full screen or just the? Hey, did you put up the full thing? Oh, okay, yeah. So this is the actual painting. Wait, is it with faces, Hayden? Did you put that up on screen? Okay. Yeah, I won't put Jesse's crotch or my crotch on the wall at home. I saw someone post that in there, but I will tell you this: that is that's. I think it's a pretty cool little painting. I think what we need to do is raise. Like I'm on a very low couch right now. If we could find a way to raise the studio up, then put some blocks down or something like that, then you wouldn't see so much crotch in the shot behind me. That painting is insane. Yes, that is a local Toronto artist that we commissioned to have do it. Isn't that cool? I think it's neat. It was all Jesse's idea. Oh, we got a Jets player down and he's in pain. Oh my God. God bless him for going to the front of the net. Oh, he's in serious pain. He's in and he's stuck there. That's the thing about hockey is it doesn't matter if you're injured or uncomfortable. Ooh. Hayden Fleury's in. He's not feeling good. Do you guys want... We should do a video where we do a quick tour of some of the SDPN stuff. Like, I'm not going to tour our offices because, fart, boring. I can show you. So Hayden said, what about where Steve clogged the toilet? I can show you that bathroom. It's a pretty nondescript bathroom, but some legendary things have happened in there. Actually, just the one, which is Steve clogging the toilet. What's the best food to eat for a hockey game? Pizza, wings, nachos, sushi, or other? Okay, I'm going to go with this. WC1393 asks a good question. I am going to go with the one that keeps me the most energized, and that's sushi. And I'm not talking about a ton of rice. I'm talking about sashimi. Give me the protein. Give me those great fatty acids or amino acids or whatever kind of good stuff that fish has for you. This is a good one too. Justin put up a poll. What do we do with this studio? Raise the floor, lower the wall, leave it all crotch all the time. I'm going to go with number 3, all crotch, which is at 69%. Of course it is. I would say that, and then I would say secondary to that, I would say wings. I love pizza, but I only eat pizza now when I'm about to fall asleep or when I'm having a night in. because it's just too much bread, and I get tired. I'm like, oh, put me to sleep. You know what I mean? Give me some sush and let me get fired up. All right, so Leafs had a really good period there. They outshot the Jets, if I'm not mistaken, 10-5. Score a goal. You don't love the Kyle Connor goal at the beginning of that period, but it comes off of an honest play by Mitch Marner. He just got hemmed in at the line. We love Mitch. So, it is what it is. Sierra Marlowe's been here for a while. Between Two Crotches is the alternate name for Adam's stream. We can't lose that. That's true. That is what I do call this, the Between Two Crotches studio. Actually, I was supposed to be on NHL Network once. And so I got set up here. And then they were like, hey, I'm not sure if you're aware behind you. This is from the control room. But there's two men around the midsection. And I was like, oh, yeah, is that going to be a problem? They're like, yeah, you're going to have to move studios. So I moved studios. Boo. NHL Network did not like Between Two Crotches. But I do. Brett, so is this Gripper Nation or Nose Honker Nation? Well, it is Gripper Nation. It is Gripper Nation. Cassie says less than 2 weeks away. Cassie is coming to join and to visit. She's joining the SDP directly. I'm so excited for that, Cassie. It's going to be great. Tyler Durden says, I am partial to the name Wall of Bulge. Don't hate it. Don't hate it. But it is Gripper Nation. It is Gripper Nation. It is Gripper Nation. It's gonna have to be Gripper Nation. It's all about the feet. Okay. Now, Hayden, I have a question. So I'm gonna ask Hayden a question. You're gonna hear a one-sided conversation. How long is our clip and what is it about? Oh, I love this. Okay. Did you guys see John Tortorella losing his mind this week because the ref accidentally made a call and then said, nope, I didn't mean that. And it caused him to almost get a penalty? So funny. It's so torts. So we're going to play that clip. I'm going to run across the street because we are out of creamer here at SDPN. I'm going to run across the street. I'm going to get an Americano at the coffee shop across the street, which sometimes is closed on Mondays. And if they're closed on Mondays, I'm going to cry. I do like going to our friends at Broadview Espresso down the street. I'm not sure if I'm going to have time. So we got one across the street. I'm going to grab a coffee. I'm going to come back, and you're going to watch this clip, and we're going to talk torts when I come back. Enjoy. Be right back.
All right, John Tortorella,
Yes.
last thing we'll do today.
Speaking of Philly.
John Tortorella, 2 nights ago, I believe the game was Wednesday night when this happened. I don't remember the name of the referee, but the referee in the Detroit-Philly game, middle of the third period.
5-4, 1-goal game.
1-goal game, puts up his arm briefly to call a penalty. It's very brief. It's not quick, but he had his arm in the air. Maddie, the screenshot's coming up right here. There you go. So as you can see on the screen, if you're watching, the referee is at center ice. He has his arm in the, I should say the linesman. The linesman is in the air, has his arm in the air to call a penalty.
And importantly, the linesman is directly in front of the Flyers bench.
Yep. And as his arm goes up, John Tortorella calls to Urson, who's in the net, and says, get to the bench. We need this man advantage. We need the 6-on-5. Get over here. And that's what he does. But the referee then begins to put down his arm, and the Flyers are screaming mad because they don't know what the hell's going on. So the referee puts down his arm. Urson has to go back into the net. This also leads to a chance the other way for Detroit. It's a 2-on-1 opportunity that thankfully doesn't go in the back of the net. So I want to go back to the 2-on-1. Oh, it doesn't. Oh, here we go. It doesn't start at the play. So we don't have that in the clip. But yeah, so Urson makes the save. The referees congregate at center ice and they say, okay, what happened there? And he says, okay, I put up my arm accidentally. I didn't mean to call that penalty. And we called a penalty then on the Flyers for having too many men on the ice because they had a 6th man on the ice when they shouldn't have had a 6th man on the ice because they weren't going to have that power play advantage. They congregate, they decide no penalties on no one.
That is correct.
Yes.
But I didn't know you could take back minors.
They didn't call it.
They technically what they did is they just blew the play dead.
Yeah, they stopped play.
But you have to have a reason to blow the play dead.
no, you can stop play.
Just generally?
Yeah, you can stop
ultimately,
play.
ultimately, the right decision was made.
Yeah, but you
can
should
argue
hold on.
that there should
You
have
shouldn't
been
be
a-
able to just stop play. This is what I get
So what do
annoyed
you
with
do?
in the NHL. It's like somebody throws a big hit and they just blow the play dead. For what?
So the
What'd you
Flyers
blow it dead for?
So the Flyers should have got a penalty then.
I think that the refs should sit in their shit, and yes, the Flyers should have got.
Oh, no
so that the
way.
refs look bad.
Oh,
You
boo and fart.
If somebody makes a mistake, you don't double down on the mistake.
Yeah, they do it all the time.
Cole in your stocking.
No, but that doesn't make it right. Just because you do something doesn't make it right.
I would rather be outraged on behalf of John Torella this morning than the refs break their own rules, which are, hey, we blew the play dead for no reason. We were going to call a minor, now we're not. And by the way, we've seen this in the past where they look up at the board, they realize they fucked it up, and they don't do anything about it. So is it? So here's the deal: is it a minor penalty or is it not? Why did you blow the play dead? You pulled me over for speeding. Was I speeding or was I not speeding? This is what this is where I think the refs. You have to. There has to be a reason that you blow something
There's
dead.
4 officials on the ice, and I think you give yourself a 2-minute penalty.
No, but
you got to play with 3. For
You're allowed to call a penalty, and then you all talk, and then you're like, "Oh, there was no minor penalty on the play. We made a mistake," and then you reset.
Okay.
Like that happens in sports all the time.
Here's my question, and this is the most important one. Why does this keep happening to John Tortorella? Because if you remember, and I think it was during the COVID bubble season, they messed up a penalty or something like that. They messed up a penalty right before second intermission. They then go to second intermission and they come back in the third period and they change the call entirely.
Oh.
And he lost his mind. I can't remember,
remember
exactly
that
what happened. I can't remember exactly who was involved. I think he was still on Columbus at the time. Or maybe he was on Philly and it was against Columbus. But this keeps happening to John. And I hope if it's got to happen to anyone, it needs to keep happening.
Yeah,
It's
fair enough.
way too entertaining.
Unlike Adam, I'm actually happy that in the end they got it right. I
just think it's bad. I'm angry when they try not to. Like there are so many times where getting it right is like such a secondary factor. I think that's my point.
I'm more interested to know what would have happened if Detroit scores on the 2-on-1 that occurred because Philly had too many men on the ice. Do they take back that goal?
I mean, yeah.
You think so?
I mean, listen. Did they deserve a penalty? No. But I think I want to get a little bit more clarity on why refs blow plays dead. It's been something that's bothering me the entire season. And I feel bad about making it about the Flyers and punishing them for this, which is legitimately not their fault.
You're so wrong.
But why can the refs just blow it dead with no reason?
That is such a rare... No, the reason is there's chaos on the ice that they caused.
And
They fucked up.
So why are they interrupting
they
the play?
blew it. They blew it dead because of the minor penalty
Right.
on the Flyers.
Yes, which they called.
That's the stoppage of play,
Which they called.
and then they're allowed to review that penalty amongst themselves and take it back. It's the same thing. Like, okay, we blew it for a high stick. Like we thought the stick hit a guy's face, and then you go and talk to the linesman. He says, "No, I saw it from this other angle. You made a mistake."
Not even a review.
So I was
Then-
under the impression, and they could have changed this rule, that the only calls you could review are double minors
It's not,
and
it's not a
majors.
review. It's not a review. It's talking to the other officials on
Is
the
that
ice.
not a review of what that just happened?
No,
Or reviewing it with each other?
that's happened for all of your life.
it's
where
a
guys,
consultation.
yeah, you've never seen the guys get together and say like, "Oh no, I saw that from another angle. That's a mistake."
All right.
You've
I
never
yield.
seen that happen,
I
Adam?
yield. I will yield. I will yield. I think
Why
that's a
you
real
playing
fine
ignorant?
line.
You'd be lighting
real
their
fine
hair
line.
on fire if they called that penalty.
Oh yeah, but like that's because the 4 ref system doesn't work. It doesn't work any better than the 1 ref 1 linesman system, and you can't tell me otherwise. It's stupid. I just feel
People are made of flesh and bone and they make mistakes.
100%. And listen, they should be able to take things back. My point is when they don't, and watch, it'll happen to the Leafs over the holidays.
So what you're
where-
saying is sometimes they don't correct their mistakes, so everyone should have to sit in it.
Yes.
Got it.
That's
so that they
terrible.
ultimately change it for the right thing.
that's
You should be able to
terrible.
review any penalty.
No,
is my
it's
point.
listen, it's definitely terrible, but I get it.
Because how many times have we seen, guys? How many times have we
I
seen
don't understand
an errant high
anymore.
stick? How many times have we seen an errant high stick? Like I've seen players high stick themselves in the face and get a penalty called. They draw a penalty from smashing
They
themselves in the
didn't
face.
review this.
They consulted this. They reviewed it within each other, but between
No,
each
but
other.
they didn't review. I don't know. They didn't review this. And the thing with the high
And
stick.
the only difference between a review is talking to Toronto with an iPad
Yeah.
and talking to each other.
No, but the thing with the high stick you're talking about happens all the time.
100%, which is why they should go and talk to each other.
Yeah, so
and call it back.
You've changed the conversation entirely.
That's been my argument this entire time.
No, it wasn't.
My argument is they're reviewing with each other. That's a review. There was a view of that, and we're reviewing it together as a force.
Now you're saying so you want them to review everything on video.
I'm wanting them to get the call. Are you getting the calls right, or are you not getting the calls right?
They are getting the call right.
No. What if they don't? There are plenty of calls they get wrong.
Okay.
Plenty of calls they get wrong, and they don't look at it.
Yeah. No.
So
I think,
is the goal? Do we have human beings doing this, or do we have robots doing this?
right.
This is my question.
This didn't happen in this instance.
Yeah, it did though. They called the fucking penalty.
Yeah, and then they the thing where they talk to each other, like that happened before video review existed. We're having two different conversations. This situation here happened before video review and it happened after video review, where another person saw something on the ice and they rescinded
But this is
the
what I
penalty.
don't understand about this crowd is that, like, listen, I want them to get, you say this all the time, Jesse, you want to get every call right.
Yeah,
So why don't we do it?
No, I agree.
This show,
if that's what you want to talk about, I think the system they have in the NFL where they have an eye in the sky, a referee, it's called video replay. It's called replay assist, I think is exactly the wording. It's been in place since around, I think 21 is when they kind of implemented it. When they have turnovers, where we see it very often, they have the guy instantaneously, because he's watching it on TV like everybody else. You can see things that happen. They'll be like, oh no, fix that. Video assist said, no, this is coming back. And they fix that. I would love for the NHL to have that system.
I agree with you.
I don't think that's what we were talking about at all.
I think you're ignoring the fact that this happens all the time.
no, I'm giving you the snowman to cuddle with. You need it.
I'm upset.
This whole show has just been you screaming through the windshield, except in here.
Legal Zoom, and now this. All right. No, it's just fucking annoying, man. It's. Are you gonna get the? I agree. The right thing to do was for the refs to come in and to talk like they did. My question is, when it's clearly fucking egregious, and I've seen it happen to the Leafs so many times, and if you're an NHL,
It's always about the damn Leafs.
why can't they do that every time?
I now, Adam, you're making me hope the Leafs get screwed on a call.
I can't wait
Just for
Leafs
the
get
content.
screwed on a call. It's gonna happen tonight.
I just want to say that in this situation here, nobody got screwed. They made the right call
Except for Bret Hart.
without video.
He got screwed.
Everything was kind of normal, and I was just curious, like if they had scored, like we would have had a huge controversy. Like, do they take back the goal?
Right.
It's funny to see Torella yell, and I don't know how this devolved into this.
Did you have money on the Red Wings?
I don't know what happened.
Maybe.
So I just wanted to do a quick shout out to John Tortorella for providing all of the entertainment that he has provided throughout the years. And I love the fact that Matt Mitchkoff's like, you know what, man, I know you don't like the Michigan, but I'm going to try doing it anyway. You know what? I'm actually kind of surprised now that I kind of think about it, that kind of stuff doesn't happen more often. Like I got to stop saying kind of. You feel like when, being a human being, you're prone to mistakes. The fact that refs don't do an accidental call more often, it's kind of surprising. Now, by the way, they're showing the Rangers and Devils game on TV right now. Just this is amazing. I gotta read this out to you because you guys aren't gonna believe this. If you're on Twitter today, just search Rangers, and the top tweet is going to come from Daniel Amiola, who is a hockey writer. And he said, "Oh my God, the New Jersey Devils just played a video of Rangers fans cheering when Jack Hughes got drafted." And essentially, so basically, not only did the Devils beat Rangers 5-0 on Monday, this is from Bleacher Report Open Ice, but they played a video of Rangers fans cheering when New Jersey drafted Jack Hughes over Capo Caco. And I got to tell you, that is the most New York, New Jersey thing I've ever seen in my life, and I love it. And James Dolan, somewhere in his $40 bajillion penthouse in New York City, is probably throwing stuff at the wall. Just pissed. Just angry. Man, New Jersey is like, in New York, New Jersey, there's no like, hey, he's down, let's not hit him while he's down. It's like, no, you're down, we're going to bury you. We're going to make sure you can't get back up again ever. It's just tough. I love it. Anyway, just amazing. By the way, I just want to throw this out there to everybody that's been gifting subs and super chatting and that sort of thing. 474 new SDPN members today, just on this chat. 474 people are getting to try out SDP VIP because people like Cassie, people like Avery, people like Jacob, people like Canadian Girl 83 have been so generous with gifting memberships to our VIP. And you know, it significantly helps us keep things going and build this thing. Not keep things going, because it sounds like we're on life support. We're not. But like, it helps us really build this. And if you can consider being a long-term subscriber, like a year or more or whatever, there are other ways you can do it. So if you mostly listen to us in the car, you can do it on Apple or Spotify. And with Apple, they allow us to actually give you like a deal. So you get a slight discount. It's actually a pretty good discount. I forget how much it is, but you're paying like less than everybody else if you buy the yearly membership up front. That is, anyway, the long story short here is I just hope you know how much we appreciate you. It means a lot that this little thing that started essentially, in my mom's basement and Steve's parents' house, his bedroom in his parents' house, has jumped into this. It's pretty cool. And especially this time of year, you kind of look back and reflect on the year that was. And I just want you guys to know how special this community is and how cool it is that that you're here. I really appreciate that you'd spend your Monday afternoon with anybody else, or sorry, with anyone, that you would spend your Monday afternoon with me and not someone else. Does that make sense? Anyway, Canadian Girl 83 gifting 5 more SDPN memberships. I believe that brings us to 479, which is a bonkers number. Bonkers number. Also, what your subscriptions allow us to do is to make studios like this one, where I'm quite literally between two crotches. And how else would you know that your membership money is better spent than these two paintings here? Right? Steve, Judge Canada. Steve, what is your last name? No. Steve just gifted 20 more memberships. Thank you, Steve. James says it's Tuesday morning where he is. I don't know where you are. You must be in Asia somewhere, right? Or Australia? Judge Canada. Steve Bray. Thank you, Steve. Primus sucks. Eternal make-believes. Well, he doesn't like Primus, and he doesn't like the Maple Leafs. And listen, by the way, Primus is South Park's band, and Primus rocks because of that and that alone. Hayden already told me to clap for Puck Drop, and I was going to, but now I might not. I'm kidding. I'm definitely going to. Here we go. Are you ready? We're going to clap for Puck Drop. Third period is underway. No, it's not. No, it's freaking not, because of course they didn't drop the puck. All right, ready? There we go. David Kampf wins the face-off. He has 0 goals, but he's number 1 in our hearts. I see a lot of hi, Natalie, in the chat. Is that my Natalie? Everybody says hi, Natalie, and I love you guys. Because I think Natalie loves jumping in the chat here and just saying hi and thanking you too. Oh, we don't want another Winnipeg first-minute goal here, please. That would be nice not to do that. Here we go. David Kampf behind the net. Okay. Not a great shift for this line that's been pretty good. I mean, they've been in an offensive dead zone. I'm not going to lie, but to be honest, like any line with David Kampf on it is an offensive dead zone. I'm actually kind of surprised they didn't keep Kampf on the fourth line and put Holmberg on the third line because he's got a little bit more offensive upside than Kampf does. Oh, Tavares with a nice little pass there, trying to hit Marner, and one of the Jets got in the way. Can't say I blame the idea. Justin just put out a chat. How we feel in chat? Is it Jets got this or Leafs come back, baby? I'm feeling a Leafs come back. Toucan Ojo says, I just quit my job to watch this stream. Let's go, Adam. No, you didn't. No way did you quit your job to watch this stream. I think Scott Arniel had a little chat with the Winnipeg Jets. Ooh, that's a bad giveaway by Philippe Myers there. Oh my God, Nylander had no idea that pass was coming. I think Scott Arniel had a little chat with the Jets after that second period and said, you better come out with some Jets on those skates. Otherwise, kids, we're canceling Christmas. Has to be. 17:53 left in the third. This is going to be an intense third period, guys. These teams hate each other. And there hasn't been a lot. I mean, there has already been a fight, but it hasn't been like, it hasn't been too chippy. These teams hate each other. They want to win. Both teams. Okay. Robert Bett said, let's give the linesman a 2-minute penalty for fake puck drop. I agree. I freaking hate it. Unreal. Oh, I got to relaunch my Chrome here for a minute, guys. So if I miss your super chat, just give me a second. I know we got a pickleball Pat chat in there. But for whatever reason, my Chrome was like, you know what? This is the time. We're relaunching now, baby. Give it to me. Robert Bett, time. I got you, Robert. I got you. All right. I'm up to date. I try to get everybody. James Newman, what is Riley's role in this team? So disappointing. Yeah, and by the way, Toucan Joe says, okay, I admit it. I got off work at 4. Yeah, exactly. I knew you didn't quit to come. Oh, my God. That was bad. I think somebody was James Newman is watching this in advance. This is not great. Scheifele is eating the Leafs alive tonight, and there's nothing better to Scheifele than beating the Leafs. So here we go. Oh, boy. Just not great defensive coverage. Who's supposed to have Scheifele there? And that's Bobby McMahon. You got to have a stick tied up. Like, you're close enough that you, like, I know he was trying to catch him on the fly there. And David Kampf is in that no man's land of, like, you can't really do much. But that's going to happen. Ugh. Yuck. Now what I think the Leafs are going to have to do is open up the game a little bit. Tony West gifting 1 SDPN membership. Hayden, if you want to let us know what that brings us up to. We are exactly at 500 gifted memberships today. That is bonkers. Bonkers, guys. 500. I don't know if we've ever done that. Well, maybe some of the playoff games last year where Steve got to 300,000 viewers. That actually happened, if you can believe it. Game 7, it was 350,000 people that tuned in overall. In some cases, we were up to 55, 60,000 all at once. It was crazy. Yeah, Tony West, you got us to officially to 500 memberships, dude. This is a crazy day. That is a crazy day. And I think we got, what did we get last time, Hayden? On Friday or Thursday or whatever it was? So in the last 2 streams alone, you guys have gifted 950 subscriptions. That is bonkers. Thank you so much for doing that. I just hope you know how much we love you. Just hope you know. Whoa. Julian Nikolov. Oh, Zachary's now put us at 501. We're now over it. Man, the Leafs have, somebody just said the Jets top line is killing it. Yeah, the Leafs do not seem to have an answer there without Tanev. Apparently it wasn't that bad of an injury though. He's not going to be out long. It's just he took a really rough shot, of course, because he's Chris Tanev. And they thought, you know what? Let's rest him. And I don't blame them. Last game before the holidays. People are taking flights out tonight. I get it. Michael Borland says, a loss is a good learning experience for the kids at the game so they know what they're in for. That's so true. That's so true. Get ready, kids. It ain't always pretty. I don't think I realized growing up between 1998 and 2004 how spoiled I was during the Cujo Belfour years. Oh my God. Boy, did we see some good hockey then. And then not a lot after that until this era. Pacioretty's shot goes out. He seems a little frustrated. Reese 1120 gifted 5 SDPN memberships. Thank you, Reese. Thanks, buddy. Really appreciate that, man. That's crazy. Hey, question for you. Since we're on the topic, because I thought that was a funny one. Tell me what the worst loss you've ever seen live is, and I'll give you mine. The worst loss I ever saw live was with Steve and Jesse. And Air Canada was basically, what do they call it? Sunsetting their partnership with Maple Leaf Sports and Entertainment. It was going to become the Scotiabank Arena the next season. And it was called the Air Canada Center. So they took a bunch of influencers and somehow we made the list. And you have to remember that at this point, like the channel would be like less than 10% of what it is now. Like we might have had 10, 15,000 subscribers. It wasn't a lot of people. The episodes were doing really well though, but like, it was not a big channel the way it is now. And they put us on this plane and it's the Leafs plane. It's the Leafs and Raptors plane officially for them. So every seat on this plane is a first class seat. Isn't that cool? Because the players are so big, especially the Raptors, that they can't put them in normal seats anyway. So they have a plane that is special made for them where these guys are able to swivel chairs, turn them around, whatever. And Darcy Tucker and Ally Afraidy are on this trip. And we fly down to Boston and they put us on a bus. And it's just everybody so excited about this. And there's some winners on there, people that have like never been to Boston before. And we roll in a TD Garden. We're like, this is going to be a magic night. And the Leafs get steamrolled. And it's bad. Like Freddie Anderson had, like I said, Freddie Anderson giveth and Freddie Anderson taketh away in the playoffs. He'd have games where he was unbeatable, followed up by a game where he couldn't stop anything. And this was a 6-0. Like we had Boston fans apologizing to us for how bad it was. And it's Boston. So that's the worst That's the worst loss I've seen alive. Listen, if I hadn't got my education already, and I had, that would have been the education. Also, it was kind of cool because that flight was technically a private flight. So we didn't have to go through the normal customs and they just checked our flight on its own, which was pretty cool. And so, here comes, Nylander with a nice shot. I got to tell you, it was bonkers, absolutely bonkers. And we got onto the plane and out of Boston so fast because we didn't have to go through normal check. They still check your passport or whatever, but nobody had any bags. So they're like, yeah, man, here, put your wallet through the scanner. Out you go. There were some purses and stuff, but that was about it. 5 gifted from Reese. Thank you, Reese. Oh, I already shouted him out, Hayden. But I can shout him out again. Reese, we appreciate you. SLS. Got to my first Leaf games ever live in 2016. Matthews' rookie year, they played the Kings and lost 7-0. Oh my God. That's brutal. James Stemler. I was raised a Leaf fan post-lockout in 97, baby. Wasn't old enough to appreciate it. I don't know how I'm even a Leafs fan. This era was so brutal. It's true. Especially the era where you were growing up. Like, a lot of people just didn't become Leaf fans. Just because it was like, well, I'd rather watch Crosby and Taves and those guys play. Neb says, I think making Reimer the scapegoat for that Game 7 loss is bad karma for the Leafs. Oh, 100%. Reimer got them there. That team was bad, and they got fooled into thinking they were good, and then they blamed the guy who was good. Dave Nonis, man, what do I even say about those years? Oh, Dave Nonis, man. It was just a horror show after that, a horror show. And it was a horror show before that too. Let's not get it twisted. They were bad before that too. I remember seeing a Leafs game where they were so bad, it was the Horacek era, that the Islanders with John Tavares on the team came to town, and it was in late February, early March. And it was so bad that at that point, the Leaf games were no longer selling out, which is crazy because the Leaf games always sold out when I was growing up, even when they were bad. And just nobody went. Everybody's so upset. And Tavares scored the overtime winning goal and promptly signed with the Leafs a year and a half later. Thank God. Okay, 11:02 left in the third period. And we got, it looks like Winnipeg has thrown the puck out of the zone. Sorry, Dylan DeMello. You're gonna have to go sit down, Dylan DeMello. By the way, my favorite thing in Calgary when I used to go see lacrosse games. Lacrosse games are sick if you've never seen them live. The Calgary Roughnecks, when you get a penalty against the Calgary Roughnecks in Calgary, the announcer will go, "It's time to sit down," and then all the fans in the stadium would go, "And shut up." It's just everybody's there in their hunting gear. It's the best. It's hilarious. Sit down and shut up, lacrosse guy. Leafs need to convert on this PP. Yes, they do, D.D. Weiss. Yes, they do. Oh, that's not good. Marner tried to stop the puck. Now it's a 2-on-1, and big save. Joseph Wall. Oh, my God. Wow. Marner's had some bad luck at the blue line today. I'm not even going to fault him for this. This is just bad luck. Puck goes the wrong way. It's a weird game. Okay, hold on. Wall saved this, right? Oh, right off the noozle. Good for him. Man, Wall rocks. He rocks. Owen V. I'm still undefeated in live Leaf games, 6-0. Owen, dude, you're a unicorn, man. That's amazing. Can you make sure to show up for Game 7 of the first round of the playoffs? That'd be great. Cassie, do we get it to 600 gifted subs by the end of the game, Cassie? I really appreciate it, guys. I really do. I don't know what to say to that. I'm feeling very awkward and very emotional right now, and I'm not going to cry. That's all I'm going to say. I love you guys. That's all I want to say. 110, and I know how hard you guys work for your money, so the fact that you would give some to us I do so much appreciate it. And we will continue working our butts off for you. All right, summoning circle, candles out. Let's go. Summon. Okay, then just as soon as I said summoning circle, they lose offensive zone play. There we go. Okay, Nylander's back in. Nice little pass up there by Wall. Who knew he was such a good stretch passer? Nylander, Marner, who's out there? Tavares and Nyes. Can somebody please put a puck on the freaking net, though? You put Nylander and Marner out there, and it's like, we're going to keep passing. James Stemler, cue the Steve saying, 600 or you all suck. Where is Steve today? Where is he? Why is he not in this chat? Get those candles up, kids. Candles up. Summoning circle. Oh. Oh, Domi with a great shot. Big save there. This second unit's got some legs. Domi with a shot. Hey, Domi's gets it. Shoot the puck, man. Do something with it. I'm bummed they didn't. I'm really, really bummed they didn't convert on that. Neil Combs, Adam, regional blackout strike again. Thanks for streaming. Neil, have you tried Yarmati Plus? I think it's ridiculous that you can't watch this game. Wherever you live, you should be able to watch this. Yeah, Steve can't speak. Steve can speak. I think he got his voice back. But yeah, when he did his LFR, I was like, oh yeah, he did do a lot of chatting. No wonder his voice gave out. And he has a strong voice to be able to scream like that. But I think people forget too, like when you sit and you talk, oh my God, Shifley alone. Oh my God, what a save, Joseph Woll. Joseph Woll is a maniac. They're saying it's a goal. I don't know that should be a goal. I don't know that it shouldn't. The Leafs should absolutely punch faces, though. I don't know. I don't know if that should be a goal or not. They were pushing his pad. So is it loose? Oh, yeah, it's a goal. Yeah, it's a goal. I just want to know where it was. No, he never had it. It was under his pad, though, when Shifley was poking away at it. Here's what pisses me off. Where's the guy? Why aren't you pushing Shifley? Who's this guy behind? Push him. And it's McCabe and Benoit. No, it's Holmberg. Benoit, I need you to get in there a little bit more. Need you to get in a little bit more. A little late to the thing. I get it. Move this man. I don't know if this stands up or not. I don't know what goaltender interference is or not. They're calling it a goal. Natalie says we need to be more specific with the summoning circle. Yeah, no kidding. Okay, next time I'm saying Comp and Robertson specifically. The puck is free, right? Am I wrong? There is no challenge from the Leafs. Yeah. Yeah. Man, the Leafs staff is killer with this stuff. I don't think that they're always good on this. They're always good on this. So if they're saying don't challenge, then I agree with them. They were like perfect last year on that. I just don't think you do that. I think the Leafs have played well enough to win this game, but I don't think that they've taken advantage of their opportunities, to be honest. Like, you think about the power play that they've had, and I really, like, if you care about this stuff enough, go back and watch the replay of this game and go look at their power plays and ask yourself, what are they doing? We're having a pass fest. Marner and Nylander need to remember what they were doing when Matthews was out in November and start shooting. Because, man, they both have laser beams. And they were playing so well. Boy, so Gord Miller and Mike Johnson are saying they're shocked the Leafs didn't challenge. I think that I trust their video review staff. And I think the Leafs need a break, man. How many games have they played in December? I'm going to look this up. Listen, I hate losing to the Jets, and I hate letting them off the hook, but okay, that should have been an icing. Oh, there's going to be a fight here, guys. There's going to be a big fight. You watch. So here we go. In December, the Leafs have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is their 12th game, and it's December 23rd. That's a game every other day. They're pooped, man. And they've got another one on Friday. On Friday, 2 p.m. start. Islanders game's a 1 p.m. start on Friday. I kind of wish it was later. If I'm not going to, if you got kids, I want to put them to bed and watch the game. Robert Bett, worst loss, 91-92. Pittsburgh 12, Toronto 1. Sorry, Cassie, but did not like the Penguins that night. Man, and they were a good team, too. Damn. Okay. There's my wife in the chat asking for a fight. I want to fight at this point. I'm angry. I have to tell you something. My brother-in-law is what I believe the scientific term is a rascal, is really, really good at getting under people's skin and loves it. Like, just savors the moment. It's his favorite thing. If he can rile you up just a little bit, just loves it. And everybody's got like someone like that in their family. And the one thing that he told me, he's like, man, I can't believe how into hockey that Natalie gets. Like, he's like, there's watching hockey and then there's watching hockey with Natalie. And what I would say is it's like watching hockey with Steve. You just have this level of intensity. And I think I've told some of you, did I talk to you about the game? We went and saw Connor Bedard play in Toronto. And Natalie sat there the whole time like this. And the Leafs won that game 4-1. And she sat there the whole time like, this is really stressing me out. They're not playing that great. Like, this is not good enough. Blah, blah. She's just the standard is Stanley Cup or bust for her. It's kind of fun. Is Scheifele getting the Hattie? I sure hope not. They better not let him do that. Okay. Oh, man. 6:44 left. Hey, we got over 700 people. James David Atkinson, if you're on the ice, shoot it on goal. Yeah, no kidding. I'm serious. Go back and watch the power plays from today. This is a team that needs to shoot more. Cassie, not a loss, but I had a ref barf on the ice versus the New York Islanders. What? All right, here we go. Leafs across the line. There's Tavares with the shot. Scores! Hey, we got a goal, baby. We got a game. Summoning circle. It worked eventually. There's that amulet cranking out more goals. Everybody on this team should be wearing those damn amulets. Let's go. This is a great play by Nylander. Nice pass. Marner lets it go all the way through. That's beautiful. Marner's smart enough to go, that's not for me. I love it, baby. I love it. Let's go. 2 more. Come on. You got about 7 minutes left. Let's go, Johnny Toronto. Get yourself a hat trick, buddy. Hayden says Johnny Toronto had a hat trick in his first game against the Jets this year. Wouldn't it be great to see another? Canadian Girl 83 dropping 5 gifted subs. We are back to the races, baby. Let's go. Is there anything better than beating the Jets on December 23rd? I don't think so. James David Atkinson, look at what happened when they shot it on goal. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that wild? Yeah. Natalie, we need an SDPN amulet. Yo, you know what? Maybe I should use the Russell Brand promo code, like, not even ironically, and get us an amulet. Like, why haven't we done that yet? That's a really good idea. Jeff, what's the mural behind you? Oh, Jeff, you must be new here. This is my crotch, and that's Jesse's crotch. Here we go, Marner. Oh, okay, and that puck's out. Lisa dropping 10 SDPN membership. Let's go, baby. Let's go. Yeah, it's funny. When we had this studio painted, we're like, wow, that looks so cool. And then I started doing live streams, and I was like, oh, that's awkward placement. Maybe we should have had them fighting behind a hockey bench, so we could have like a hockey bench, and then the big SDPN logo as if we were sponsoring the hockey boards. You know what I'm saying? Because, anyway. Amulet power. Let's go. Jeff, LMAO. Not new, just must have missed that one. Well, Jeff, how could you miss such... Okay, they didn't really do me any biological favors there. Those pants are tight. And it's not because of what's under them. I have to ask that painter. How come you couldn't make it look bigger? How come? Ant Seb 95. Let's brick up. Yeah, baby. Who's all bricked up and ready to roll into the holidays with a big Leafs comeback? I'm bricked up. Is CJ in the chat? Tor 13. Just dropping the CJ. Oh, no, he's not. You know what? I'm going to text Steve and tell him to join the chat. I just said get people. Yeah, there we go. Bricked up. We got a bunch of bricked up people. I never thought that in high school when we were all training for, jobs and that sort of thing, and college and university. And Adam's between a pair of meat and 2 veg. Thank you, Michael. Just bricked up for Christmas. Steve Dangle, I tuned in and you're talking about your dong. Well, you know what, Steve? It's been worth it. Okay? Drew, Leafs suck as usual. Thanks for coming. You know what, Drew? You should be hoping for the Leafs to win. You want the Jets to lose. You need our help. Okay? You're a Leafs fan today, Drew. We're bricked up, Steve Dangle. We're bricked up, Drew Livingston. Okay? We're ready. 5:07 left. Let's get Tavares out there for the Hattie. Let's get the hat trick before Scheifele does. Is there anything get better than getting a hat trick against the Jets on an afternoon game on a Monday? Maybe the Cup, but who even cares about that? I have game total under 6.5. Am I cooked? Ooh, I think you might be. I think the Leafs are going to pull the goalie here. You might be cooked. Bernardo says, why does Adam remind me so much of Beavis? Okay, Beavis is Beavis is the one with the braces, right? Every time I watched that show, it was just like I was in high school and it was after probably somebody, lit up a joint in a basement somewhere. I have no idea who's who. All I can remember is they were doing they were talking about a Sonny Bono video, and then they kept calling him Boner. So goes with our bricked up theme. There's David Kampf. Hey, haven't we been summoning him to score a goal all game? Wouldn't it be cool if Kampf out there with Robertson? I'm assuming the reason that Robertson, Pacioretty, and Kampf are out there is they're giving the big boys a breather, and then they're going to send him back out. And our good friend Joseph Wall, Brick Wall, is going to get all bricked up and get to the bench. There's Robertson in Gretzky's office behind the net. Ooh. I love the offensive zone pressure. It's true. Leafs losing streaks are the gift that keep on giving. Drew, you should want us to win. OEL is not a guy to be messed with. By the way, I love the ozone pressure by the Leafs here. And this isn't even the line that should be giving them ozone pressure. I love it. I think Kampf and Pacioretty and McMahon is now out there. I think they're gassed. And what they need to be careful about here is odd man rushes when Kyle Connor is on the ice. Not my favorite. SDP had Drew Livingston paying real money just to troll people. Wow, I would never. Hey, I got to tell you a funny story about Justin Fisher paying money to troll people. So back in the day, there was a whole debate about Laine and Matthews and who was better because they both scored a lot earlier in their careers. Hard to imagine now. The Leafs are offset. Hard to imagine now, but it happened. And so anyway, look at this cross check. Oh my God. How did they not call that? Miller should be off right now. And good for Ekman Larson bringing that guy down. Lucky he didn't chop his head. They should have called OEL for that too. OEL's lucky. But cross-checking on the numbers, boo hiss. So anyway, Justin, we were starting the year and it was Laine versus Matthews. And this is so long ago that Ovechkin had not yet won a cup. And Justin said, I think it's a fair comparison to compare Laine to Ovechkin because they have so many similarities. For example, 0 cups. And it was really funny, right? Like a really funny Justin Fisher type tweet. And so Justin being the social media manager that he is, and back then it was Cineplex, but now it's SDPN. Here we go. Leafs around the net. Anyway, he paid for the tweet to be promoted in Winnipeg and just got a ton of angry Jets fans in his mentions because he'd promoted his Jets troll to them, only them specifically. And it was hilarious. It's one of the funniest Twitter moments when Twitter was cool, when it was fun. It used to be fun. All right. Cosmo Kramer says, Merry Christmas, Gripper Nation. Merry Christmas, Cosmo. 667 watching. Let's go. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. The Leafs have pulled the goalie. Jets are all over them. All over the puck carrier. They're swarming. If the Leafs can do something smart here, like if they can get some possession, they probably can draw a penalty. Although if that cross-check on OEL doesn't count, I don't know. Marner at the blue line, which has not been great for the Leafs today, but most of the time is. Okay, what are we doing here? Are we going to pass or are we going to shoot? 149. Come on, guys. Shoot. Put it on the net. Tavares. McMahon. Nylander. Come on. Shoot the puck, guys. They are allergic to shooting. Shoot. There you go, Willie. It's on the net. Nice. Behind the net. McMahon out there. Big shout out to McMahon. Getting some ice time here late in the game. I'm happy for him. Oh, Tavares just gave it away. Oh, and thank God Mitch Marner blocked that. Oh my God. Come on, guys. 1 minute and 10 seconds to go. Let's at least make this interesting. At least make him sweat. Oh, no. Not Scheifele. Do not let Scheifele get that. Do not let him get that. 56 seconds to go in the game. Nyes across the blue line. Oh, no. Tavares gave it away again. Listen, shout out to the Jets. They're playing good defense right now. Like, you can't hate. I mean, you can hate it a little. Do not let Scheifele. Do not let 55 get that. Yeah. Come on, Tavares. Come on! Oh, no. Scheifele, here he goes. And he gets the hat trick. Shoot! Damn it! You know what? It was bound to happen at some point. Of course it was Scheifele. Ah! God. This will be the Jets' first win against the Leafs than since the Scheifele comments, nothing better than beating the Leafs. And I'm sure he feels great about it. Like, if you're Mark Scheifele, you're on cloud 9 right now. I can't even hate. He's had a great game. What's the game? What is it? It's the first win for the Jets in 6 games versus the Leafs. I am dying for the Leafs to shoot the puck. I also think they need a break. They don't play until Friday, and I'm sure they're like, hey, man, we're pooped. And I don't blame them. They're probably pretty tired. As I said, 12 games in 23 days is a lot of games. So many games. I respect the effort tonight. I wish we gotten the win. Here's what I want to say. Hayden, I need a final membership check here. We're also gonna do a press conference, so don't go anywhere. 521. Nick Sutcliffe, you missed my super chat from second intermission. Can you look up Nick Sutcliffe's super chat from second intermission when I was off? Hayden's looking it up now. And Hayden, give me that number one more time. 521. 521. It's a big number. $521. 521 coffees. $521 million, which is still less dollars than Juan Soto will get paid over the next 15 years. 521. That is the amount of members we had new today. New members today, 521. As much as it stings to lose to the Winnipeg Jets, we had roughly 1,000 new members on my last 2 streams. The last one was Thursday, and then this one. If you combine them, it's like 1,000. We're like 20 short of 1,000. That is bonkers. That is crazy. And I just hope you know how much appreciation I have for you. This is like a really big moment to say thank you. I love you. And that's just bonkers. That's just crazy. Now, Joe Perez asks, Adam, is this your first loss of the season? It is not. We've had a couple other losses. I had a hot little start, and then it's, you know what? I ended up with like bizarro games where the Leafs have had like poor shooting and stuff like that, and that's what happened. To everybody that is a new member of VIP, actually, for everybody that's been a member of VIP, can you tell all the new members what they're in for? Because I think it's a lot of fun. And we've got new VIP episodes even over the Christmas break. Don't worry, they're already done. And they're good too. I just hope you guys know how much I appreciate you. This is the first year I actually started doing streams. And I didn't start doing streams until I took a Nashville game, because I had said that the U2 Nashville thing was ridiculous. And then Nashville didn't lose in 20 straight games. And I was like, oh, okay, well, that's cool. It was a 20 games in regulation. And loved it so much that I actually started doing the Nashville series, which was really the Vancouver Canucks series in the first round of the playoffs, and then just kept going. And, you know, that was the dawn of Gripper Nation. We got up over 1,000 likes, mostly because of Jesse Blake. And me showing my actual literal toes for free on our YouTube channel. Haven't got up there since. Listen, we got up over 1,000 likes on a video. I can get a little wild for you, but I just hope you know how much I appreciate doing this. You know, I just love, I love doing these streams. I really do. It's so much fun to hang out with you guys. I see the same names coming up, and I see the Gripper Nation thing getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Dude, it's so awesome. I hope you guys have an amazing Christmas, an amazing holidays, whatever you celebrate, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever it is. I hope you have an amazing New Year. And this is my last chat and last stream for 2024, but we're coming back with a vengeance in 2025. And all of the, we've got it up posted right now on SDPN's Instagram page. You can see when everybody's going to stream. Steve obviously does most Saturday nights. I do mostly weeknight games. I just hope you know how much I appreciate it. Matthew Bingham with a suggestion. Number one, step one, buy an amulet. Step two, wear an amulet while streaming. Step three, watch Leafs win. You know what, Matthew? I think we need an amulet. All I want for Christmas is a John Tavares amulet. And I'm going to use Russell Brand's promo code to get it, because Russell Brand is an influencer for John Tavares' amulet company. I don't know, man. I don't know. It's a weird world. Jesse Blake is letting me know that Mark Bergevin is in the house for the Leafs-Kings game, or Leafs-Jets game. So he said, I hope you're excited to know that Mark Bergevin is here. I'm going to write him back. I am so excited. Who will the Kings give to the Leafs for free? And anyway, chat, I just want to say I love you. I hope you have a great holiday. Don't forget that we've got episodes coming out basically every single day. We've got Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and then our SDP VIPs comes out Friday morning. So you get 2 on Friday. And I'll use the Domi discount code. Don't worry, chat. Don't worry. And I just hope that you guys have a great, safe holiday. I love y'all. And I'm going to pack it up. And I want to do a big shout out to Robert Malloy, to Justin Fisher, and to Hayden Matheson for the great work that they do. Hope you guys have a great holiday. And we're going to be back, and we're going to be kicking ass all the way through June in 2025 and beyond. But just the end of this season, we're just going to be kicking so much ass. And I can't wait to do it with you. All right? Love you guys. Happy holidays. I'm going to go sleep now. I'll see you later.